Good evening, everybody. Welcome to AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium live here at Leander High School, and it is almost time for football. Hey, Murphy is out there joining us tonight. He is in full effect here in the broadcast booth. We're inside the JCT Memorial broadcast booth. I'm Wally Harmon alongside Kelly Duvall. Somewhere down on the field is David England and his sidekick, Jory Erickson, the cameraman down on the field. And we are ready to go. Oh, Holden is here tonight as well, and our producer, Jerry Ann. And we'll continue to introduce more as we go. First Responder Broadcasting, so excited to be back in the booth this week. I tell you what, you give us a week off, it's excited. Hey, man, a downtime. We get a break from everything, but then all of a sudden we are ready to go back at it, and we look forward to what we have at store. Georgetown coming off the win 2 weeks ago over Copper's Cove. Holden, one thing that we enjoyed was a big first half, and the fact that the defense outscored Copper's Cove on their own 12-8 on 2 pick sixes. That's what we want to see tonight as we open up district, and a little incentive maybe. I talked about it at the coaches show, and I haven't let it go, is the fact that Leander scheduled Georgetown for homecoming.
Yeah, and anytime it is a homecoming game, especially if you're the away team at a homecoming game, you have energy as well. You want to go into their building and kind of deflate the crowd because you know they're going to come out with energy. They've got their dates. They've got the pom-poms or whatever they're called. They're all over it. They're ready to go. You want to come in here and deflate them as quick as you can, and that's what Georgetown has done best. Their first halves, they've outscored their opponents 118-8. That is a 110-point difference in the first half alone.
Kelly, as we come back from the break, you had an opportunity. Talk to us about the time you got to spend with Coach Griffin before we go to that interview.
So I had a really good conversation with Coach earlier in the week, and part of that conversation had to do with what did they accomplish in the first 3 games that they were trying to do before this tough district slate started. And here's some of the ideas that Coach sent to me about the previous 3 games and tonight's game against Leander.
Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff presented by River and Ranch Provisions. Head Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here, man.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. You got the 3rd victory of the season. Talk to us about that game against Copper's Cove.
You know, I'm extremely excited about our kids and how well they're performing. Man, our defensive guys played lights out again. That team had scored 90 points in their 2 previous games. And our defense outscored them the other night. Our offense could have stayed at home, and defense would have won 12-8. So that's pretty impressive when you can do that. So really excited about that. And our offensive guys just keep getting better. We got guys who can go score, and you saw some other guys score this past week. And Caleb's continuing to improve. Our O-line's continuing to improve, and just getting better.
I tell you, there's a lot of talk about the running backs, but the other skill positions, the wide receivers, the slot guys, they are just performing at a level that's got to be really pleasing for you and the coaching staff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those guys are all doing a really good job, and I mean, we got a lot of guys that are scoring points right now, and that helps you that you're not leaning on one guy to score points. So excited about that, and just want to get better at it.
On the offensive side, there's been a lot of guys put their hands on the football this year, which gives you that a little bit of ability to relax some about the depth.
Yeah, a little bit.
One in particular, sophomore quarterback, I want to talk a little bit about Caleb McDougal. Just what are your impressions so far through the first 3 games of how the young sophomore has handled this offense?
Man, he's just doing a great job. For us, all the way around and being a great, he's just running the show, and that's what we want him to do. We talk about, we want to make sure that we're just doing our job and driving the bus. That's what we talk about is, hey, you got a lot of good players around you. You don't have to go win the game. Just drive the bus. And so that's what he's doing, man. He's being extremely coachable, doing what we ask him to do and delivering the ball on time. He's taking care of the football. That's really big that we're doing a good job of turnovers, and he's taking care of the football. And so, I just think, I'm really encouraged about where he is and his development and growing. And I think he's getting better every week.
Through the first 3 games, the defensive line and the linebackers have really done a tremendous job of shutting down the offenses that they've faced. Giving up very few points on the season, very few at all during the first half. Talk about your defense through these first 3 games.
Again, just been a lot of experience over there. We got 7 guys that return, so that's really big, having guys like that come back and know what to do. And even though they're learning a new scheme, they're catching a hold of that. They're doing a good job with just learning what we need to be and lining us up and get us prepared. And then, man, I think what we're doing defensively just gives people some fits, and it's hard to coach against. And man, our guys are. The best thing is our guys are running to the football. They're excited about each other doing well. They're playing with an edge, and that's what we need defensively. So
you and the players talk about 9-5-90 from nine helmets within 5 yards of the ball 90% of the time. Seems like you're getting pretty close to that.
Yeah, we are. We're doing a good job of that for sure.
So with the and we talked about it before, with the coaching changes that are there, with the new players that are starting this year, generally speaking, you start off the season, I guess, with a whole lot of questions. There's been a lot of answers to those questions. So going into a tough district, you've got to feel a little bit better about where you are in preparation for the district.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited about that, and everything notches up a little bit. Our preparation, our intensity level of practice, everything's got to get a little bit better now that we're in district play, because everything counts. And that's kind of been our motto this week, is that everything counts. Everything we do, every rep of practice, how we operate in the classroom, everything counts, because all our games count now. So we got to be prepared to go out, and we can't rest on the idea that we're 3-0. Like, we can't rest on that. We got to make sure we got to play like we haven't won anything yet. We got to prepare like we haven't won anything yet. And then we got to go play exceptionally. So we're just challenging our kids to get better every rep and every day, and kind of having that 1-0 mentality.
You just touched on it. On the record books, you're 3-0 on the season, but those 3 wins, you learned a lot about your team. But as far as playoff standings and district and all that go, those games don't count now. And everybody,
I mean, they're just part of our record, but they don't count when it comes to placing us in district play or whether we make the playoffs or not. These next 7 games, that's what counts.
So you're facing the Leander Lions this week at their home at Bible Stadium. Looking forward to another Friday night, a little cooler Friday night. Seems like it may be.
I hope so.
What do you? What's that?
I said I hope so.
Yeah, it was stifling last Friday.
Last week was the hottest game of the year for sure.
Yeah, and Georgetown always has their players are always in good shape, but keeping that hydration and that fitness level up, it's got to be tough with that heat like last week and the humidity.
Sure.
So what are you looking for out of Leander Lions this week?
They got some athleticism. They're doing a really good job at the zone read, the power read game. We haven't seen the power read yet, so that'll be new for our players to see that and be able to line up to that. They hurt us with that a little bit last year at the beginning of the game, and I kind of got away from it, but they did that in the first drive. And then defensively, they play some mixed, they play pretty standard coverage in the back end, but they play difference between a 4-2-5 and a 3-3 stack. And the 3-3 stack always presents problems just from it's a rule breaker. So you kind of have to break all your standard rules of an offensive lineman to go against a 3-3 stack. So that's going to be a change, and our kids have handled that the last 6 workouts and getting better at that. So we're excited about, going out and seeing where we fare this week.
And you had the bye week to get ready for a little bit different style of football, really, on both sides of the ball that you see with Leander. How beneficial was that bye week for you guys?
It's huge for us. I mean, it's good for us from a health standpoint. It's good for us from a grade standpoint to spend a little more time in the classroom doing those kind of things. And we have our annual big tutorials last week in Lewis and practices. And then also just having the practices to get ready as you go into district. And we did a lot of 1 versus 1 last week and good on good stuff. And so our kids got better.
How beneficial is that, doing the good on good like you were talking about? Because you're going to start facing step ups in competition now. It's important for your ones to go against your goods, right?
Yeah, it's important for our ones to see the speed of the game. Our scouts are huge and they do a tremendous job of that and getting ready for that. But it's really important for our guys to see the speed of the game. So going our good on good, it just makes us better. And of course we gotta work scheme some, so we gotta work against scouts. But doing that, we do that every day. We have some sections of good on good every single day, and just to see the speed of the game and how everything moves and make sure we know how to press and push against each other and those kind of things.
So who were your standouts last week? That
man, I knew you were going to ask that, and to be honest, that sheet's long off my desk because we've moved on. But I'm gonna pull it up right here, and I'll take a look at it. I'll pull it up on my computer real quick. From a varsity standpoint, our defensive lineman was Luke Butch. Our linebacker was Seth Warren. Defensive back was Jaheim, and then Luke Hawley was our death row player of the week with an interception return for a touchdown. He had several tackles on the night and a couple of PBUs as well. Offensive line, Ryan Castilleja, our center, played really well. Wide receivers, Cedric, had a couple touchdowns and a couple of big catches. Elijah Callaghan did a great job at our running back. And then Jet Walker was our code blue player of the week with over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And then our unit was just our defense. Man, they just played lights out. Like I said, they could have won the game 12-8 if defense stayed home. And in special teams, Garrett Tickner had a couple of big hits on our kickoff team, and he got that. And then our player of the week was Noah Faltasek, our GTDNA player of the week. Just from the standpoint of we had an offensive lineman go down Wednesday and couldn't play on Friday, and we were done with practice. And Noah had to go play a different position than he practiced all week and played really well at that point. So he was our GTDNA player of the week.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Congratulations, 3-0 prediction. And we always appreciate your time, Coach.
You got it, man. Thanks for having us. And man, I appreciate you guys and what y'all do for our program.
Well, we enjoy it, and we appreciate everything that you do as well, Coach. Folks, that is head coach Chuck Griffin, head coach of your Georgetown Eagles. Countdown to kickoff continues right after this.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoors enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. There's a large selection of hunting and fly fishing supplies for the beginner, all the way up to the experienced outdoor folks. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoor outfitter with high-quality supplies and services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what there is to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or check out the website at www.rrpgtx.com.
Back live here at AC Bible Memorial Stadium. Kelly, the conversation with Coach, some things that this team were able to you got to love the fact you're 3-0 and still have things to work on going into district.
Yeah, and you hear the confidence in his voice, but it's not overconfidence, and that is shown with the players as well, because in the conversations that we've had with them at the coaches show in various locations, the players are not overconfident. They know they have a good football team, but they also know there's still things to work on. So that's a bonus.
The fun thing to really talk about and to think about is we talked about it on Wednesday night out there at Camp Brightside. Me, you, and Dave were out there. Dave, was one thing to talk about with Coach and the players is that we brought up, and he even addressed, is how do you have these players ready and the starters ready for 4 quarters of football when they haven't had to play 3 less 3.5 quarters through the first 3 games?
Right, that's going to take a little bit of work, but it's good to get the second team, third team in playing, but it's going to be interesting to see how this team would respond in a tight game, close, because they've gotten out such an early lead in the first half that it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, Wally.
Holden, then we look at stats, and you talk about the opportunity that the Eagles have, that you could have Jet Walker sitting amongst the top in the state on yards and carries, but not having to play half a ball game yet still stats that stick out to you, and no, there's got to be a focus by this Leander Lion team to know that Jet Walker is going to be the catalyst of this running game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we've kind of had a 3-headed monster back there. Jet Walker, Elijah Callaghan, and Luke Livingston have all gotten significant carries, but Jet Walker has been the focal point of this offense. He's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense, and everything really revolves around where he's involved, how he's involved. If it's a swing game, if it's a run up the middle, that's going to dictate the flow of the defense. And it's really interesting to see how the offensive coordinator is going to manipulate that against them with like a potential play action and hit him over the top, get the linebackers to bite down. But yeah, Jet Walker's got 360 yards in the season, 4 touchdowns just on the ground alone. He's clearly the workhorse back.
And you talk about only 360 yards, To think he hasn't played a full game.
I know.
And had to carry that load for more than 10 to 15 carries a game and still sitting over 100 yards a game in average speaks volume to what this offense has been able to do. And now how does that come into play against the district that we're going to face? A lot of more teams that are going to be coming into play with better athletes. You're going to face a Glen Grizzly team. That's a good team. The Lake Belton Broncos, new to the district. Cedar Park, of course, the old familiar foe is still in the district that we're going to play. And so that's going to be what you are going to enjoy watching as you get ready for this team to take on and start with district here tonight against the Leander Lions. Kelly, starting lineups, which one do we go with first?
Let's go with Leander's starting lineups first.
Starting lineup for the Leander Lions on offense at right tackle, a junior number 7, Easton Brockman. At guard, a junior number 60, Dustin Stanton. At center, number 50, a senior Ryan Casimir. At left guard, number 62, a senior Colton Isbell. At left tackle, number 76, the junior Jacob Wells. At running back, the senior number 0, E.J. Hargrave. Remember that name. At fullback, the junior number 27, Liam Gaither. The wide receiver slot will have a senior, number 11, Garrett Peets. And number 7, a senior, River Hom. The inside receiver, Zane Woldridge, a senior, number 1. And the other inside receiver, a senior, number 84, Aiden Stericker. The quarterback starting out tonight will be the senior, number 3, Logan Mitchell.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's life.
For the Leander Lions on defensive end, number 55, the junior Caleb Lemire. At nose guard, number 23, senior Salorm Corshi. At defensive end, number 15, the senior Isaiah Conley. The linebackers, 41, the junior Emmanuel Ugo. Number 4, the senior Nick Parsons. A senior, number 5, Calvin Kessler. On the wide side will be number 29, junior Luis Ruiz. The strong safety, number 8, junior Tyler Mormon. The cornerbacks, number 12, the junior Tyree Smith. The other
second
cornerback,
quarter
the
is
senior,
brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose
is
of
on
our
a commercial,
team is
and
to
so
help
we'll have to go back to him. And so we'll get the rest of their starters here.
There you go.
There we go. Back to the number 2, Malachi Phelan. The free safety, number 13, senior Jake Bridwell. And the punter kicker, number 39, sophomore Renee Rodriguez. That's the starters for the Leander Lions. To the starters for your Georgetown Eagles.
On offense for the Georgetown Eagles, we have big number 71 back at right tackle, Caden Shearer. He's a junior. Number 75, Brant Hargrove is the senior right guard. Ryan Castilleja is the center. He's a senior wearing number 53. Left guard, good night. 52, Noah Faltasek, he's a senior. At left tackle, number 78, Sam Lopez. And the tight end H-back is 81, Jake Mylock, he's a senior. On the skill positions, wide receivers are number 2, Davin Sedgwick, he's a senior. And number 7, Xavier Warren, he is a junior. He's on the other side. The 2 slot receivers are number 15, Regan Tarosian, he's a junior. And number 16, Braylon Westfall, a sophomore. The running back is number 28, Jet Walker. He's a junior, and if you're not familiar with the Georgetown offense, you'll be seeing his name a lot tonight. And the fullback is number 21, right? 23. Mr. Callaghan is the fullback. And running the offense is the sophomore quarterback, number 12, Caleb McDougall. On defense for the Eagles, at end is number 8, Tennyson Dean. The nose tackle is number 99, Luke Butch. He's a senior. Number 39, Andrew Urban is the senior tackle. And the bandit is number 38, Dylan Turbeville. He's a senior. Number 6, Chance Kelly is the senior Mike linebacker. The Will linebacker is number 9, Seth Warren, a senior. And the Sam linebacker is number 11, Cole Mitchell. In the secondary, the safeties are number 3, Luke Holly, senior, outstanding senior safety. And number 25, Alex Wilson. The 2 corners are number 13, Cooper Wershen, he's a senior. And number 5, Jaheim Dowd, also a senior. On special teams tonight, the kicker is number 34, Christopher Mashburn. He is a senior. And then if Georgetown punts, it'll be number 16, Braylon Westfall. Punting for your Georgetown Eagles, and that is your starting lineups. Your starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. A message from them real quick, and we will be right back.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here live at AC Bible Memorial Stadium. And now we'll go down to Doppler Day with Coach Chuck Griffin.
Coach, it's first district game, and it's an away game. What's your message to the team tonight?
Hey, man, this is why you get ready. This is why you work. This is why you've been working since January. Let's go out and let's go play our kind of football.
What should the fans expect to see out of a Leander opponent tonight?
Man, they're going to be athletic. They're really good at quarterback spot, and they got a couple of receivers that can go, and they mix it up defensively, so we're going to have to play well.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You got it, thank you.
Wally, Kelly, back up to you.
So one thing you talk about, the athletic ability, the talent level that you're going to see here against Leander, that you're going to see at all the teams that you're going to face in district play, is going to be at a different level. We're live here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's. Omar and Susie can fill all of your screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items needs. Give them a shout. JMT's, proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle football. We'll mute Dave there as he communicates with the referees. Head coach for the Leander Lions, they come in at 1-2 on the season is Chris Price. His defensive coordinator, assistant head coach Daniel Lopez. Offensive coordinator is Ryan Bailey. Kelly, in this series, head-to-head, they're tied at 7 apiece, 7 wins apiece between these two schools. But Georgetown on a 4-game winning streak. In the last 5 seasons, Leander kind of in a lull, 9-40 in the last 5 years. But they have the talent. They have the athletes. How do you keep them from letting them put a game together to come up with what we're going to say would be an upset tonight?
Well, and it's going to be a difficult task for Leander. They have struggled, and for those who are newer to this area and to these two teams, years and years ago, this was a bitter rivalry between Leander and Georgetown, and these two teams would battle it out. But with all the growth and all that, they changed districts. But there's always that special desire to beat each other whenever these two teams meet. So Leander's going to have to stop that Georgetown running game tonight to have any success at all.
In 5A D1, Region 2, District 8, it is a new district this year that Georgetown is a part of. Who, where, why? 2024 to 26 district alignments, Kelly. We lost College Station and A&M Consolidated. They moved to District 12 in Region 3. The Hendrickson Hawks moved to Division 3, District 12 as well with the Consolidated and College Station. But Georgetown brought in, they got all the Leander schools this year, but then added in 2 teams that moved up from 5A Division 2, and that's the Chaparral Bobcats out of Clean ISD and the Rouse Raiders. We'll find out more about those 2 teams in the coming 2 weeks, as Rouse will be the opponent next game on the road on October 10th. But next week we'll be back home against Chaparral, the Bobcats, at Birkelback Field. Tonight, the Leander Lions. Oh, here come your Georgetown Eagles. They come through the inflatable on the far side. The Georgetown Eagles tonight. Black pants, white jerseys with blue numerals, and the white G-Town helmets as they are across the way, across the field, making their way south to north on the end zone. Head to the north end zone to say their prayers. Hey, I love that the team does this. They come through with the flags, and all the team goes down to the north end zone and takes a knee. The Leander Lions, they are the home team tonight. They're in the white pants with the blue jerseys, white numerals outlined in red with white and red stripes on the shoulder pads with the white helmets as well. They stand here on the near side of the field. Georgetown comes in 3-0 with a big win last time over Copperas Cove, 44-8. Holden, your defense outscores Copperas Cove, who was averaging 45 points a ball game. They outscore them 12-8 on their own. The offense helping out with a few points on the offensive side of the ball. How does this defense lock in tonight against a better opponent, better athletes, to make the same impact on tonight's ballgame?
And it's all about focus in my eyes. You have to stay focused, have to stay composed. You obviously have the fascinating stat that you did outscore the last team's offense, but that is the last team. You can't come in here with that overconfidence and kind of act like you already own that offensive side.
Let's go to the national anthem live here at Ace. Back here live, AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium, live on the campus of Leander High School for district play. A week off. Now back in the saddle again. Georgetown now will make a run through district. And how will that run go? We'll start it tonight here at AC Bible against the Leander Lions. Homecoming night for the Lions. A little extra oomph for them. You see the moms, you see the excitement, you see the student body, and across the way you see their opponent, the Georgetown Eagles. The captains for the Leander football team, number 1, Zane Woolridge, number 2, Malachi Phelan, number 3, Logan Mitchell, and number 5, Calvin Kessler. For your Georgetown Eagles, number 2, Davin Sedgwick, and they disappear in the pile, number 25, Alex Wilson, and I think one was number 6. That will be Chance Kelly, and number 9, Seth Warren. And so we'll go to Dave down on the side.
Come up and talk to us, all right? All right, we know what we're going to do, but we're going to go through the motions anyway, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and flip the coin. Okay, Leander, you have won the toss, and you are going to receive, correct? All right, and according to your coach, you're going to be kicking to the clock, correct? All right, if you will turn with your back to the clock, you turn and face the clock. Leander has won the toss. Elected to receive.
So Leander has won the toss and elected receive. Kelly, I almost asked you this on Wednesday night and talked to Coach about it. Coach Griffin loves to take the ball first and get that offense on the field and try to get up early. Tonight, Leander said, we won the toss. We'll take the ball first. How does that affect this team, and how does this get that defense going first when they're used to getting that offense going and then coming out to support them?
Well, and it's going to be really interesting. I think this will be the first time we have kicked the ball this season. And like you said a little bit earlier, Chuck loves getting that ball first. But This is just incentive to send your defense down the field, get them 3 and out, and get the ball.
So Georgetown will send out the kicking team as Christopher Mashburn, the kicker, number 34, the senior for Georgetown, will do the kicking duties for your Eagles. Dropping back for the Lions is a little bit different. It'll be number 1, Zane Wooldridge, and he'll be joined by number 28, Malachi Ramos, deep on the far side. Wooldridge here on the near side. I was looking for E.J. Hargrave to be out there. He's one of the weapons for this Leander team, but he is not out there on the kick return team. And so you will have Zane Wooldridge and Malachi Ramos back to receive the kick. Braylon Westfall, the backup kicker, prepares in the onside formation to keep the kick return team for the Lions honest. And Christopher Mashburn will pooch it away to Malachi Ramos about the 6-yard line on the far side of the field. He'll come towards the middle of the field, up past the 20 to about the 25, and he gets popped and dropped there, and that's where Leander will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line from the far side. And it'll bring out the offense for the Leander Lions. At quarterback, Logan Mitchell, the senior. You'll also see tonight number 6, Mason Montgomery, on the running the offense for the Leander Lions, as he actually down there in the huddle as well. Last week, 2 weeks ago now, the last game that Leander played, Montgomery was not, or was the starter. Logan Mitchell was out nursing an ankle injury, and so now Logan Mitchell, the senior, back in at starter. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Tailback directly behind him in the backfield. On the far side, clap of the hand, snap back, and there's a false start to start it off for the Leander Lions, as the tailback got an early jump there on the clap of the hands. And
that's their system, not ours.
The umpire already sick of the echoing, as he will turn his mic off. So a false start there on the Leander offense, and that'll back them up 5 and bring up 1st and 15 now for the Lions. So not the start you want at homecoming at home when you get the ball first. And now behind the chains, the Lions start early.
We talk about it a lot. Coaches hate those penalties that have nothing to do with the play going.
Snap back, turn, hand it up. Nope, fake the handoff. Look at now. Mitchell will scramble to the right side. He's cut off and brought back inside, and he'll be dropped for about a gain of 1. So he'll pick up a yard on that, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14 now for the Lions. A good job of containment. We talked about that. Both of these quarterbacks are also mobile. They can run the ball, but a good job by Chance Kelly there. Turns him back in. The play made only a gain of 1, 2nd and 14.
Seems like Chance is always around the football. We call his name so many times in these first 3 games. Looks like it's going to be a continuing trend tonight.
And Werchan was so tight on his receiver that there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now 2 receivers right, 2 left. A running back offset to the right of the quarterback in the backfield. Snap back. Mitchell's going to roll to his right. Throw to the right. A catch made just up past the 30 at the 31-yard line. Catch is made by number 28, Malachi Ramos. And that's going to bring up a manageable 3rd and 4 now for the Lions. 10:50 left here in the first quarter.
Ramos did a good job of fighting off the defender and kind of fooling him, because I think the defender thought he was going to come more towards the middle of the field than he cut out towards the sideline. And a nice pass there for a manageable 3rd down for Leander.
Kamarian Gordon offset to the right of Mitchell. Fake the handoff, pass across the middle, and a catch made up past midfield, and a 1st down for the Lions. The catch made by number 11. That's the man we were talking about, the senior Garrett Peets, as he makes the catch and takes it into Georgetown territory for a 1st and 10 at the 48 of Georgetown. Quickly back to the line, the Lions go. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Gordon offset to the left of Mitchell. Handed off to Mitchell. Nope. Mitchell keeps it. He comes to the left side, makes a man miss up past the 40 to the 35. Another 1st down for the Lions. A nice run pass option there. And Mitchell did a great job. Kept it, come to the left side, and a big gain, Kelly.
Well, and Coach talked about how athletic this quarterback is. He is able to run the ball. They do a lot of designed runs, not just bailing out and running when the pressure's there. So Georgetown's going to have to contain on defense. Everybody play their assignments and do their jobs.
1st and 10 from the 34 of Georgetown. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Mitchell in the shotgun. Gordon directly behind him, near side hash mark. Now Wooldridge goes in motion right. Mitchell back to throw, has a man open at the 25. Jaheim Dowd unable to make the tackle, and he breaks free inside the 20. The catch made by number 16. That's Dominic Jaramillo, the junior, and another 1st down for the Lions.
if you don't know that Leander has been picked by everybody to lose this ball game tonight, you can tell these kids know everybody's picked against them, and it's them against the world tonight. We see the excitement.
Mitchell in the backfield has Gordon to his left. 2 receivers right, 2 left, near side hash mark. Shotgun snap back. Now we'll hand it off, and Gordon goes nowhere. Dropped for a 1-yard loss. Nice play there by Seth Warren. And then taking and finishing it up is Dylan Turbeville. So a loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 now for the Lions. So the first run didn't go how they would like it to go, but what we would expect from this D-line and the linebackers.
Yeah, Georgetown is going to have to control that line of scrimmage, contain that line of scrimmage as well, and make sure everybody is taking care of their assignments. But this is a nice-looking drive for Leander to start the game.
Leander goes to the huddle now. Now they'll break the huddle with 12 seconds left on the down clock. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Gordon to the left side of Mitchell in the shotgun, middle of the field. Snap back, fake the handoff. Mitchell's looking. He's going to have to scramble. Scrambles left, and then just gets rid of it. Throws it into the track on the left side of the field. Almost hit a couple of students. And that'll bring up a big 3rd down now at 3rd and 11. The first time to get the Lions behind the chains on 3rd down.
Smart play by the quarterback, not trying to throw that into traffic, not trying to do too much with it, live to fight another down. The excitement of this level of a drive to start the game against this tough Georgetown defense, he could have made a poor choice with that football, but that was really smart of him to just throw it away.
So 3rd and 11 from the 23-yard line of Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Gordon to the left of Mitchell, middle of the field. Snap back to Mitchell. He'll fake the handoff, looking left, hits a man in the slot, and it's down at the 5-yard line. A diving catch by Zane Woolridge. And another Leander first down and 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Quickly back to the line they go, near side hash mark. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Mitchell direct snap, hands it to Gordon. Nope, keeps it to the left side, and he waltzes into the end zone untouched for the Leander touchdown.
Yeah, and he had something to say to the defender back there. Referee talked to him too, so he got a little warning about the potential for an unsportsmanlike conduct. But what a nice looking drive by this Leander offense. Boy, they came out and just took it right to Georgetown. I think Georgetown was expecting a little more from the running game, but they got a heavy dose of the pass game.
So those set up for the extra point. Number 32, the sophomore Rene Rodriguez. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 8:10 left here in the first quarter, and Leander strikes first. They lead it 7-0 over your Georgetown Eagles. We'll take a timeout. Georgetown Eagle football continues in just a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back here live, AC Bible Memorial Stadium. Georgetown trails it 7-0. Leander takes the opening kick and drives it from their to really be their 20-yard line after the false start. 80 yards to score the first touchdown. Holden, talk to us about that drive by the Leander Lions.
That drive was 9 plays, 75 yards, took 3 minutes and 49 seconds. It was 5 passes, which kind of shocked me. All 61 yards off those, and some very smart decisions. Like Kelly said, this entire group is upperclassmen, juniors and seniors.
This is the first time Georgetown's trailed this season.
All year long. Here in game number 4, first drive with 8:10 left in the first quarter. The kick comes from Rene Rodriguez, and he's going to bring it to the near side. Fielded by Luke Hawley at the 11. Hawley up past the 15, 20, stays behind a blocker, up past the 25, all the way up to the 30-yard line. And that's where Georgetown will start their first possession of the ball game. A nice return by the senior Luke Hawley. And Georgetown will come out on offense for the first time in the season, Kelly, trailing to their opponent.
So we'll see how they face the first adversity of the season. Leander just went right down the field, almost unscathed on that first drive. So we'll see how the offense responds to the defense struggling on that first possession.
Caleb McDougal will bring the offense out for Georgetown here on the near side hash mark. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Jet Walker, the running back, off to the left of McDougal. Snap back to McDougal. He's going to immediately look right, throws right. Catch by Xavier Warren at 35, stiff arm. Gets up to about the 36, 37-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 and bring up a 2nd and 4 for Georgetown.
Xavier's done a good job of kind of taking a leadership role, especially with the wideouts out there. And we, again, have called his name many, many times, even though there are a whole plethora of receivers.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Stay on the near side hash mark. Walker moves to the left of McDougal in the shotgun. McDougal stands about 5 yards deep at the 31. Now, Terosian goes in motion left, hands it to Walker, right side. He's got the wide numbers, cuts back outside the 40, up to about the 44-yard line where he'll be taken down. It's a borrow for Morrow first down on the first touch by Jet Walker.
And there you see Jet. He is just a tremendous running back, but he hasn't had to carry the load himself. 2 other running backs help with that, so that should keep fresh legs going for the season if we can maintain that.
7:40 left here, first quarter. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Jet Walker directly behind McDougal in the shotgun. Near side hash mark, snap back. McDougal pressured. Walker picks it up, and McDougal's got plenty of room to run. Left side, up past the 45, midfield to the 45, and runs out of bounds to avoid the big hit. And there's a big block by Davin Sedgwick on the far side to spring McDougal for a big borrow for Morrow first down inside Leander territory at the 43-yard line.
You've talked about this earlier in the season, running backs blocking, receivers blocking downfield, doing everything they can to open up these plays like that. And you saw Jet pick up a huge block. McDougal had to scramble, but then he had a wide open field and some blocks down the field. Great job so far on this drive.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the left of McDougal in the shotgun. Far side hash mark. Now Walker empties out to the right side. Look right, quick wide receiver screen left. Breaking a tackle, Davin Sedgwick down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgetown. Davin Sedgwick takes it, splits the tackle, and takes it all the way to the house. Georgetown an extra point away from tying this one up.
Nice job by Davin of just waiting, being patient, letting things open up for him, and he did a tremendous job of moving that ball down the field. Again, another player we've called his name a lot.
Kelly, another different look on the extra point attempt. Talk to us about this lineup for the Eagles.
So it's that swinging gate, and they've thrown it out a whole bunch this season. Sometimes they've gone for 2, and other times they've come back. Looks like they're going to try the kick.
The G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt. Mashburn set to take the attempt from the 10-yard line. McDougal to hold. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:01 left here in the first quarter. Georgetown answers right back to tie this up at 7 apiece. Georgetown Eagle football returns here in just a moment on the SHN Sports Network.
Our first down sponsor this season is Borrow from Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. Our team is dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. We do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including our handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from an experienced loan officer. Our loan officers understand the local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148.
Back live here at Bible Memorial Stadium. Holden, the drive summary for your Georgetown Eagles.
Oh, it was a quick one. 4 plays, 70 yards, just a minute, 10 seconds off the clock. Another big play touchdown, and we're seeing some cover 0 looks from Leander, playing no safeties back, press man coverage, because they believe their corners have the speed to match our guys. It's going to be a battle all night long if they continue doing that defense.
Georgetown will tee it up for the Georgetown, the Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff in Georgetown, Texas. As they get ready, Mashburn to tee it up for your Eagles. Westfall flips to the opposite side in preparation for a possible onside. Mashburn approaches. He'll kick it. This one more of a line drive kick. Fielded about the 3. Coming back to the right side. Ramos stacked up at the 18 and taken down there. So the Lions, they'll give him the 19-yard line on the return. So the Lions will start 1st and 10 at their own 19. I don't know if you noticed it, Kelly. The Lions switched Ramos to the near side on that kick return. Mashburn and the Eagles paying attention, not getting it into the hands of Zane Wooldridge.
What I liked was you saw those edges just collapse a little bit, form basically a horseshoe of kick defenders around it. No place to go.
Your Georgetown Leander Edward Jones financial advisor. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk. He brings you quarter number 1 here on Georgetown football. 6:52 remaining. Snap back to Mitchell. He'll hand it off. Coming left side is Gordon, and he'll be dropped after about a gain of 1, maybe 2. And that tackle brought to you by Seth Warren. Good job there by Warren. Shot the gap, cuts Gordon down for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for the Lions.
One of those very, very sure tacklers that Georgetown has over there, and you don't really call his name much with a mistake.
And what I was going to shout out was the reason they switched those two guys, the kick returners, because Zane Woolridge is averaging 175 yards receiving a game. He's their big play threat. Any chance they can get him with the ball, they're going to take it.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Near side hash mark. Mitchell calls out a signal here with Gordon offset to his left. 2nd and 8 for the Lions. Snap back. Mitchell drops back, looking right. He's going to throw it up to the right side. Man-to-man coverage, but he overshoots the receiver, Peets. It's incomplete as he was being covered by number 11 for your Georgetown Eagles, Cole Mitchell. And that's a big incompletion there. Brings up 3rd and 8 now for the Lions.
You sure see, like Holden was talking about a little bit earlier, Georgetown has pulled their safeties up as well. So it's a battle of athletes out on the edges for both these teams.
This is where this defensive design by Coach Laux will take different opportunities and different chances than what we saw by Coach Nicky in the past, and where a lot of these kids like this style from Coach Laux. A big 3rd and 8 from the 21-yard line. Leander, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Mitchell on the near side hash mark. Shotgun snap back. He looks left. He's going to roll out, throws left, and he sails it into the bench area. It's incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th and 8. And Coach on the Leander side not happy, throwing his hat on the ground, wanting a penalty as Mitchell was sent to the ground unfriendly-like after the release of the ball. And that'll bring up a 4th down and a punt for the Leander Lions.
Yeah, I think it was Chance Kelly. I wasn't real sure who was chasing him from behind, but a little bit late. Maybe got away with one there. But they held him on this drive. That's big.
Luke Holly stands back about the 42, 43-yard line of Georgetown, awaiting the punt from the sophomore Rene Rodriguez for the Lions. He stands at about his 7-yard line, waiting for the snap here as they send a motion man in tight on the line. Snap back to Rodriguez. He will barely get the punt away, and the punt will land short, but takes a Leander roll inside the 40-yard line, and the Lions will down it at about the 39-yard line, where Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 for their 2nd possession of the ball game.
Nice job. Almost one of our defenders got pushed into the punter, and I was glad the referee didn't throw a flag because he was not trying to hit the punter. He got blocked into him, so no flag on that.
And great positioning there by the referee. He watched the entire thing as he went to the ground and back up. And now Georgetown answers their defensive call in the 2nd series, and now the offense gets the ball back with 5:47 remaining here in the 1st quarter. 7-7 your score. Caleb McDougal, shotgun formation, has Jet Walker directly behind him. 2 receivers right, 1 left for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from their own 39. McDougal sends a man in motion, snap back, hands it to Walker, left side, finds a gap, runs over a defender up to about the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 and bring up 2nd and 4 for Georgetown.
Boy, you see, Jet has the ability to make people miss. He's got some speed too, but if there's no other option, he's going to lower his shoulder and just motor through people, and quite fun to watch.
Walker stays in at the running back slot as McDougal calls the play out to the offensive line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Far side hash mark. Walker now moves off to the right side of McDougal in the shotgun formation. 5:15 remaining. 2nd and 4 here for the Eagles from the 45. Back to McDougal. He's being pressured, has to get rid of it, floats it out, and just overshoots Jet Walker. But a good job to get rid of it before taking the sack. Nice pressure there by the defense for the Lions. It looks like number 9 on that pressure of Caleb McDougal.
McDougal didn't quite have enough time, but he had a receiver breaking across the middle that was going to be wide open, big gain if he could have seen him, but Leander did a good job of getting pressure on him fast and keeping that from happening.
Matthew Anderson on the pressure that forced the incompletion, and now brings up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Walker moves to the left side of McDougal, stands about the 40 in the shotgun, far side hash mark. Westfall now in motion, snap back to McDougal. He drops back, plenty of time, throws it out in the left flat, but it's behind the receiver, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down for your Eagles. And so the Lions defense puts pressure on and holds the Eagles. That'll force a punt from Georgetown.
Braylon Westfall was open. He ran a similar route the previous play, and he was the same one that was open across the middle, so they kind of went back to it to try that, but he was McDougal was a little bit late on throwing that pass, and it was behind Westfall, so Leander holds.
So Braylon Westfall will stand at about his 30-yard line, but not before we get a timeout. Coach Chris Price of Leander calls his first timeout of the ballgame, and we'll join him. 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 7-7 your score. Georgetown football continues in just a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back out of the timeout. Georgetown will get ready to punt from their own 45-yard line. Westfall stands at about the 30-31-yard line. Back deep for the Lions is the dangerous number 1, Zane Wooldridge. And it's a fake punt and a handoff to Jet Walker, the up back, and he gets it up to midfield. First down, Georgetown. A borrow from Morrow, first down on the fake punt. And Georgetown, I think, took advantage of Coach Chris Price's timeout. Yeah. Told you were saying he had too many men on the field, and a great job there. Georgetown capitalizes and keeps the drive alive with a first down.
Last season, we saw a lot of trick plays, and especially on special teams, and we haven't seen very much this season at all, but I've been waiting. There it was. Perfect timing.
1st and 10 from midfield stripe. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Tight end off to the left side is Jake Mylock. Now Walker moves to the right of McDougal in the shotgun far side hash mark. Shotgun snap back, hand it to Walker. Nope, pull it out, throw it out left, and it's almost picked off. McDougal and Tarosian not on the same page there, as that one falls luckily incomplete after it went off the defender for the Lions. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Georgetown from midfield.
I don't know who was right. I don't know who was wrong, but the receiver went out. Receiver went in, ball went out. Somebody made a mistake. Don't know who, but blind man can see that.
Tarosian leaves the field. Westfall comes on the right side and joins Xavier Warren wide side on the right. 1 receiver left for the Eagles. Walker offset to the right of McDougal. Shotgun formation, far side hash mark, 4:21 remaining here in the first quarter. Snap back, hand it to Walker. Left side, he's bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. The push and pull go from both sides of the ball, and it's a no gain. It brings up 3rd and 10 now. Maybe the first time we've seen Walker with 0 yards on a carry all year long, Holden.
He's got a couple for a loss, but I'm really interested to see that the fact that they're loading the box so much and we haven't tried to push it downfield yet. You saw kind of an errant throw in the last play, the miss to Tarosian at Westfall, and it should have been intercepted. I'm really surprised they haven't taken a shot to Xavier Warren one-on-one down the field.
The Eagles look to the far side to get the signal. It's going to be an empty backfield here. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Walker just offset to the right of the line on the near side. Now send a man in motion. 1 receiver left, and there's some motion on the line. And we'll see if it's a defensive penalty or not. It looked like they got into contact there, so it could be an offsides on the defense with contact. So we'll see here. Offsides on the defense, and that's a big one on a 3rd and 10. Now Georgetown moves back into a manageable 3rd down play here and changes your call from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 5 from the 45 of Leander.
And that was one of the things, that penalty right there may have made this 4-down territory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you are just not quite field goal distance, not quite. So that 5-yard penalty may have been a huge difference in the decision-making of the offensive coaches.
And especially with Jet Walker, who gets tackled for a loss so infrequently, I think they're going to run this, and if they don't get it, run it again.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Now the lone receiver left comes in motion. Hand it to Walker. He drops it, and he's dropped in the backfield. One thing, Kelly, in this drive alone, some sloppiness we haven't seen in the first 3 games. Coming off your bye week, you hate to see that. But here, now 4th down instead of 4th and 5 or 4th and shorter than that. Now it's 4th and 7 from the 47-yard line. 2:55 remaining in the quarter. The clock continues to run.
I think we may have jinxed him.
Eagles will go for it on 4th down. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Jet Walker offset to the right of McDougal. Shotgun formation. Now a man in motion. That's Westfall. And there's some movement on the line again. And I think Hargrave may have done a great thing. As soon as the motion, he reaches up and touches the defender, Kelly, which may draw the defensive penalty.
We'll see.
He's hoping that's what happens.
I mean, give him effort.
Yeah, it's backing us up. He may have waited just a little too.
They are going to call the false start, and so that will change the mind, I bet, of Coach Chuck Griffin here. That'll back it from 4th and 7 up to 4th and 12 now, back into Georgetown territory at the 48-yard line. And Braylon Westfall has dropped back deep about the 37-yard line.
I think the defender didn't fully jump off sides, and that might have been the deciding factor. It didn't look like he really flinched up, and then the offensive line moved.
So Westfall stands deep. He'll get the snap and a quick punt. No one back deep for the Lions, and a great punt there by Westfall. Inside the 10, the 5, but it is going to just trickle into the end zone for the touchback. So with 2:20 left here in the first quarter, we'll take a quick timeout. 7-7 your score. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Jason Chance Tompkins Memorial Broadcast Booth is brought to you by JMTs. JMTs provides custom apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit our website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Back on the field with 2:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Leander will bring out the offense. Empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left. On the near side hatch mark, Mitchell, the quarterback, sends a man in motion. Shotgun snap back, fake the handoff. Mitchell keeps it, taken down for a loss. Back behind the 20, there he is, Bobby Boucher. Seth Warren, the senior linebacker, a great read there, shoots through and takes down Mitchell for the loss. It'll make 2nd and 12 now for the Lions.
And that's what we were talking about a little bit earlier. He's got such a nose for the football, and you always hear him and Luke Putch and some of these guys constantly around that football.
Same empty backfield. Now Mitchell was up under center. 2 receivers left, 3 right. Quick drop, quarterback run right up the middle. And that goes for about 3 yards up to the 21-yard line. So that'll make it 3rd and 9 now. So a different look. You've not seen a lot of the same things out of Leander. And now a 3rd and 9 with 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter.
I was going to say the same thing about Georgetown. They've thrown a couple of plays in that we haven't seen, and that's where a couple of those mistakes came from. Plays they hadn't run a lot this season, or maybe even at all yet. Now that we're in district play, we're seeing some new things.
Now Mitchell has a running back in the backfield. That's Demarion Gordon to his left. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Near side hash mark. Snap back to Mitchell. Fake the handoff. He's looking left. Pressured. He's going to have to scramble. And now he's going to be hit. Take it down. Oh, baby, what a sack there for the Georgetown defense. Is that maybe Cole Mitchell on that one? Number 8, Tennyson Dean. What a play by the defensive end, Tennyson Dean. A big sack there, a loss of 1, backs it up to 4th and 9, and he'll force another punt out of the Leander Lions.
The junior end getting in there and getting some action back there in the backfield and blowing that play up, and you saw the quarterback realize this is not going anywhere, so I'm going to survive a little bit.
40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. As Rene Rodriguez, the punter for the Leander Lions, drops back the punt. The sophomore stands about his 12. The snap is back. He'll get the kick away. Luke Hawley in Georgetown territory lets it hit, and it stops at the 50. And now it'll trickle forward up past the 45 to about the 44-yard line, and it'll be down there by the Lions. Georgetown will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Dave, we go to you. What's it like down on the field weather-wise for tonight's ball game?
Guys, you couldn't paint a better picture for a Friday night football game. It's 86 degrees, winds are north at 7 miles an hour. No humidity. It's a perfect night down here. The wind's blowing from left to right across your TV screen back at home.
Tackled by number 5, Calvin Kessel for the Gators. We got 2nd down and 8.
There we go.
And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Georgetown 7.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here live, AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium, Leander, Texas. Beautiful Friday night for some high school football. 7-7 your score after the first quarter. We go to quarter number 2. It's brought by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. For all of your cosmetic and general dentistry needs, visit Dr. Mandy and all the staff at Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. Georgetown will come out 2nd and 8 from their own 46-yard line. Not the first quarter you thought you'd have, Kelly.
No, not at all. And Leander, you got to give credit to Leander. They've done some good things on defense to keep this Georgetown offense in check. And we talked about it with Coach. Tougher district than the pre-district games were.
One receiver left, one right. Now 2 receivers as Westfall breaks out. McDougal slings it out in the flat on the right side. Warren reverses field. He's going to be off to the races. 45, cuts back 30. Taken down just outside the 25-yard line. What a play by Xavier Warren, the X-Man, coming up with a big catch and a borrow for Morrow. First down.
Nice job of Xavier, and again, he's another one of those guys that we talked about a lot this season, seen a lot this season. Just a tremendous athlete out there on the edges.
11:45 remaining, first half. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to McDougal. Handed up, nope, keeps it on the quarterback keeper. Pulls it out inside the 25, slides down about the 23. They'll mark him at the 24 where he began the slide. That'll be a gain of 3, bring up 2nd and 7. But a different look there. If McDougal starts to pull that, you've got to respect it. Not that many people can key up on Walker, and it opens up that running game.
I bought the fake, and I started watching Jet, and I was like, man, McDougal should have kept that one. And there he did.
The Eagles have it, 2nd and 6 now. Looks like they're going to 2nd and 7 from the 24-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the left to McDougal. Now Westfall in motion to the right side. Snap back to McDougal. Fakes the handoff, looking over. Now he rolls to the right. Blocked there by Walker, a good one. And now throw back across the body. Catch by Westfall. He's going to get down right about the line to gain at the 17-yard line. And it's going to be a borrow for Morrow, first down inside the Graham & Sons Cattle Company red zone.
I was afraid he was going to sneak back.
Flag on the play.
Behind that first down marker.
But a great job there by McDougal. The patience on the rollout, a big block from Walker, and then throws back across his body.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Roughing the passer on the defense.
Okay, everybody at once. Ready, go. Roughing the passer. Who did they call it on, Dave? Did you get the number?
I did not see it.
That's huge. Huge.
So a huge penalty there. Instead of 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line, now Georgetown is going to have a 1st and goal on the first unsportsmanlike conduct. Roughing the passer. Good to see McDougal hop right back up. He'll be back on the field calling out the snap from the 7, kind of about the 6.5-yard line. But now a whistle blown on the far side. But the first really big penalty that you've seen on either team. You've seen a false start here and offsides here, but an unsportsmanlike big penalty like that and roughing the passer, something that costly here to give Georgetown a 1st and goal. What's going on down there, Dave?
Yeah, I believe the line judge blew the whistle. They needed to adjust the ball back about 1.5 yards.
Okay, so now the ball getting to be set just outside the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Eagles. 2 receivers right, 1 left. A line tight end off to the left set. Hand it to Walker. Nope, flip it out to Mylock at the 10. Gets past the defender, up past the 5 before he's driven out of bounds. The first time we've seen a pass into the hands of Mylock in a couple of games. But a big gain on 1st inside the 5-yard line, just inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal for Georgetown.
Seen a couple of plays that we haven't seen this season. Seen a couple of plays that we've only seen a couple of times this season. So you can tell district play is starting just based on the call selection by the offensive coordinator.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Walker offset to the right of McDougal. 2 receivers left, none right. McDougal, far side hash mark. Snap back, direct snap to Walker. He comes left side, follows the blocker, into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker runs over a defender on his way in the end zone. And just like that, Georgetown breaks the tie and goes up 13-7 with 10:23 remaining here in the first half.
It's really interesting when you've got the quarterback and the fullback or the halfback both in the backfield. They snap it to the fullback. We've seen that a couple of times this year, but that's a new look. Now you got to watch two people as they split directions.
And now the ever-changing
dual gate,
multi-gate faceted garage door special run here by.
Let's call it Watergate because it's scandalous.
Now Mashburn will line up for the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt. McDougal to hold. He'll place it down at the 10-yard line, middle of the field. Snap back, high snap. McDougal gets it down. Mashburn gets the kick up, and it is good. 10:23 remaining first half. Georgetown leads it 14-7. Eagle football continues in a moment here on the SHN Sports Network.
Kickoffs this season are sponsored by Syntex Shirt and Embroidery. At Syntex Shirt and Embroidery, we offer a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for gifts, schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Stop in today to browse what we have to offer and to ask about our custom apparel options. Whether you need one shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Ask about our military discounts as well. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel, or check out our website at www.syntexshirt.com.
The official outfitter of your Georgetown Eagles broadcast team with First Responder Broadcasting.
Back here live at AC Bible Memorial Stadium. Holden, drive summary for your Georgetown Eagles.
56 yards, a minute 51 off the clock, and a big roughing the passer penalty that extended it and kind of pushed it down to the 8. It's the 30th penalty on opponents for the Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown only has 17 all season.
So the Eagles get set to kick it off. The Syntex Shirt and Embroidery kickoff. One-stop custom apparel experts and official outfitters of First Responder Broadcasting. Kick it off. Short kickoff. It's going to bounce and go inside the 10. Back to retrieve it. Goes to Dominic Jaramillo.
Oh.
Ball's out! Georgetown has it. They lose it again. Ball now recovered by Peets. So Georgetown a chance to have the ball inside the 10-yard line, but unable to lay on it and control it long enough. And Leander hits the lucky bounce there, and they'll have it first and 10 inside their own 10-yard line.
Well, the bad thing is you can't advance it. Just fall on it. He tried to advance. He thought he was going to be able to score. You can't advance that muffed kick like that. So just fall on it. But
to be honest with you, I was hoping he advanced it and scored a touchdown too, but he fumbled it away. Leander gets it back. 10-12 remaining here in the first half.
Rules. Schools.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Offset running back to the right of the quarterback. Mitchell, he'll stand just outside his own goal line at the 2. Snap back. He'll put it in the pocket of Gordon, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. There's Luke Butch. He holds on and grabs him and doesn't let Gordon go anywhere. Here comes the defensive line and linebackers to help him out, but a great play by the senior defensive tackle, Luke Butch, on that one.
Wally, he was not fooled. He secured that edge extremely well on that right side, and there was nowhere for that runner to go.
And to what Dave was saying, I was impressed with how that play was drawn up, but even more impressed with Georgetown staying at home and containing that, keeping it from doing anything.
2nd and 11 from the 6-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Gordon offset to the right of Mitchell. He stands at the 1 on the near side hash mark. Now in man of motion to the left. Snap back, fake that handoff. Mitchell rolls right. He's going long up the near sideline. Wooldridge, catch made in front of Jaheim Down. Up at the 45, makes a man miss, and then gets hit from behind by Cole Mitchell. But a big first down, and there's the name they keep wanting to go after. Holden, you talked about it earlier. Zane Wooldridge, he makes you pay it. Instead of 3rd and something deep for the Lions, they have a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Yeah, it was an out and up double move, and Jaheim tried to bite it whenever he made that first cut and turn it right upfield. Lucky it wasn't a better throw. It kind of let him inside, slowed him down. Otherwise, it would have been a big play touchdown.
Well, once he made that catch, I think we figured out he's not quite as fast as Jaheim is out there on the edge, because he started looking for escape routes, but great play by them to move this ball well down the field.
Quick snap back, handed off, coming to the right side, and hit and drop just before midfield at the 49-yard line is Demarion Gordon. He was tackled there by Alex Wilson, Dylan Turbeville, and Seth Ward. A gain of about 3 will bring up 2nd and 7 now for the Lions. 8:35 remaining here, first half. Georgetown, the 14-7 lead. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Gordon offset to the left of Mitchell. Shotgun near side hash mark. Now Mitchell a clap of hands. Now he'll look near side for another call from Coach Price. Approaches the line, gets ready to call it out with 12 seconds left on the down clock. Now Mitchell will back in shotgun formation. 8 seconds remaining on the down clock. Snap back Mitchell. Hand it off Gordon right side. He'll cut back up the middle. Break a tackle. And all of a sudden squirts forward past the 45. Diving forward up to the 41. Another first down for the Lions into Georgetown territory.
And you see Leander has just done nothing but gain confidence as this game has gone.
Back to the line. Quick handoff. Gordon right side. Cuts inside the 40 down to about the 37. That'll be a gain of 4 and bring up 2nd and 6. 7:54 remaining as the clock continues to run here in quarter number 2.
They just build on that confidence from that first drive, the scoring drive. First time Georgetown's been behind, and Georgetown has not been able to shake any of that confidence so far in this game. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing from both sides of the ball for Leander.
Two receivers left, 2 right. Gordon to the right of Mitchell. Snap back, fake the handoff, and now a flag comes in on the near side from the line judge here on the Leander side of the field. Let's see what the call is here. It's going to be a false start on the Lions. That will back up the Leander Lions. Instead of 2nd and 6, it'll be 2nd and 12 now. They're going to back them all the way up to the 43-yard line of Georgetown. So instead of 2nd and 7, now it's 2nd and 12.
Somebody is blowing whistles in the stands. And if the referees start to hear that, they'll get one warning. Then they're going to start throwing some unsportsmanlike penalties. You hear those?
Absolutely.
They've got a massive student section here for Leander.
Dave, can you hear those whistles being blown in the stands over here?
I think I'm too far away. I'm on the visitor side.
2nd and 12. Mitchell will call out a new play. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back. There was another false start. No call. Hits Beats on an inside route, and he's wide open. Breaks the tackle. 10, 5. Touchdown! That's going to be Georgetown ball. What a play by the Georgetown defense.
What a play.
Touchback.
Yes, indeed.
I believe it was Seth Warren that went in there and right before the goal line punched it out from behind for Beats. It goes through the back of the end zone. Touchback, Georgetown football. What a heads-up play by Bobby Boucher.
Nice play. That's just not giving up. And I thought he was going to try to go tackle him, but he punched that ball out. Did a phenomenal job of it, too.
And at that point, that's the only play you can make as the defender, the punch out. He's too close to the end zone, but brilliantly executed. The fact that he had the wherewithal, the football IQ to be thinking about that and think, I got to knock this out if I want any chance.
Going back and watching it, you see him. He winds up and just put it on the point of the football and knocks it out of the back of the end zone. What a play by Seth Warren, your senior linebacker. And Georgetown now gets the ball back. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 6:54 remaining first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2 men in the backfield. Now Westfall will empty out, fake the handoff. Nope, give it to Walker. Breaks a man left side, up past the 25. And falls forward to about the 27, 28-yard line. Walker thought he may not have hit the ground. He took off running again, but they'll blow it dead at the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9 on first down, bring up 2nd and 1.
He was trying to jet to the end zone when he thought he wasn't there.
He'll be here all night, folks.
Try the field.
He'll be here all night long.
I'm sorry.
The Eagle offense, 2nd and 1 from their 29-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Walker offset to the right of McDougal in the shotgun, near side hash mark. Now a man in motion, coming left side. Muniz back to the right. Little backwards lateral to Muniz. He's going to have to get past the defender. Breaks the tackle. Nice job, and he gets almost back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to whistle him down maybe just behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about a half a yard. That'll bring up 3rd and a long 1 now for the Eagles. A great job by Muniz to break the first tackle. Would have been a loss of 4 or 5, and now a short 3rd and 1.
Both these teams have done a good job of containing on offense. For the most part, been a couple of big plays given up, but I am really impressed. I've seen more out of Leander than I expected, and I'm impressed by what I've seen so far.
1 receiver right, 1 left. Tight end Mylock to the left end of the line. Now the man in motion, empty right side, fake the handoff, give it to Walker right side, big hole up past the 35, runs over a man up past the 40, and that'll be another borrow from Morrow first down for your Georgetown Eagles.
Man, those big boys up front just cleared a path for a guy that doesn't necessarily have to have a clear path, but they opened it up, and Jet was 10 yards down the field before anybody touched it.
And I tell you what, down here on the field level, I can see they're really trying hard to strip the ball from Jet.
1st and 10 for your Eagles, 5:15 remaining, and Coach Chris Price of the Leander Lions will take his second timeout of the first half. We'll take it with them, 14-7. Georgetown leads it here in the second quarter. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Hey, Georgetown, there's a new place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's on the beautiful square in downtown. It's Goldberger Diner. When you walk into this 50s-style diner, you're greeted with a smile, greeted like your family. Sit at the counter, a table, or a booth and get ready for an old-fashioned dining experience like no other in Georgetown. Enjoy tasty breakfast or come later for a burger, chicken fried steak, or even the Southern classic liver and onions. There's so much to choose from. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown.
Back live, AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. Wind's starting to pick up a little, it looks like, Dave, out here on the field.
Yeah, it's, down here on the field, it doesn't feel too bad. It feels like it's calming down a little bit. So
Snap back to McDougal, right into the hands of Walker. Off McDougal. Lucky break there, but it's going to be a big loss. It didn't look like McDougal was ready for that snap to hit him in the hands. It popped off his hands right into the arms of Jet Walker, but a big loss all the way back to about the 36-yard line. A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
This is a circumstance where if you can gain 7, 8, 9 yards, you may go with some pace and some quick play back to the ball, try to get this Leander defense on their heels a little bit, keep this drive alive.
4:40 remaining, first half. Clock continues to run. Walker empties out right side, empty backfield. Wide receiver screen. Davin Sedgwick near side, gets a block. Oh, Caden Scher lays a man out up past midfield. Goes Sedgwick, enough for a borrow from Morrow, first down. And the big man, Caden Scher, lays out a Leander defender, springs Sedgwick open, and a big first down for Georgetown.
Just a tremendous block out there. Big man came rumbling out, laid that poor outside guy down.
Quad receivers right, quick screen, back out to the right side. Mylock. Nope, that was Jet Walker. He makes the catch and follows the receivers forward all the way up to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 to bring up 2nd and 3. 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the first half.
This is where this Leander defense is going to start feeling a little bit of pressure, knowing that the offense gave up a touch, did not score that touchdown down here because of the tremendous play by the Georgetown defense. They really need to keep Georgetown out of the end zone right now. If they can hold them to a field goal, that's a victory.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Walker to the left of McDougal now. Man in motion left, handed off Walker, sweeping right, cuts back. What a hesitation there to wait for his blockers. Hits the hole and forward to about the 31-yard line for a borrow for Morrow. First down.
Yeah, we've talked about it a bunch this season, how he's such a patient runner. He's got the build and the physique where he can be physical if he wants to be, but he does a good job of taking his time, letting blocks develop, and then not having contact until down the field against guys that he is significantly bigger than.
Longtime sponsor of our broadcast, Matt Morrow, can find the lending solutions you need. Borrow from Morrow. Another first down at the 31 for Georgetown. Leander territory. 3 receivers right, none left. Walker offset to the left to McDougal. Snap back, looks left. He's got to throw one up. He's got Warren. Passes up. Could have been pass interference. They're not going to call the hands penalty. That'll be incomplete to Xavier Warren. A nice ball there from McDougal, but just couldn't connect. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 31.
That was sheer desperation back there by Tyler Moorman, the corner, because he was beaten. Smart play, really. I mean, if you get the penalty, you get the penalty. But if he doesn't do something, then that's a touchdown.
He gets a clean break there. And Georgetown now has 2nd and 10 from their 31-yard line. Xavier Warren now moves back to the right side. Davin Sedgwick to the near side. 3:06 remaining here in the first half. Remember here, if Georgetown can score and get a hold, they get the ball to start the second half, Kelly, where they can start to kind of separate themselves here in this ball game. Now Warren in motion. A quick pitch forward to Warren. He breaks the tackle in the backfield up past the 30, makes a man miss at the 25, falls forward to the 20, right at the 20-yard line. Another borrow for Morrow, first down in the Graham & Sons red zone, and now a player slow to get up for the Lions, number 74, Mac Sweffer. Easy for me to say. And so we'll take an injury timeout to make sure this young man is okay. 2:58 remaining in the ball game. Georgetown football continues in just a moment.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Back here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMTs. Omar and Susie Tompkins bringing you all your needs. JMTs.com. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Snap back, direct to Jet Walker. He's hitting the backfield, but he falls forward. The ball comes out, and it's going to be a turnover. They stripped it free. You were talking about that, Holden, that they were constantly trying to strip that ball from Walker, and they get it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Turnover on the Eagles. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Well, I can't take credit for that. That one was Dave, actually, who kept talking about the stripping, and I wasn't too worried about it because Walker's been so good with the control of the ball, but that time did cough it up, and that's a huge play for Leander to keep us out of the end zone, keep us out of scoring points in general, and now get a chance to tie this game up going into halftime.
Dave, who are you talking to over there?
I didn't catch his name.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought it was one of our former players.
Oh, no.
That was a segue.
2:42 remaining here in the second half. Or in the first half, second quarter. Leander has it, empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 right, near side hash mark as Mitchell. A clap of the hand, shotgun snap back, step forward, now throws across the middle, and the catch made at the 25 and then driven back. Nice play there by Seth Warren and Chance Kelly. It'll be marked forward at the 26-yard line, a gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for the Lions.
Leander's only got 1 timeout left, I believe, right?
They do.
Yeah, because scoreboard's not working, but
3 receivers left, 1 right. Now Gordon offset to left to Mitchell will get the handoff. Nope, Mitchell keeps it left side, gets outside Kelly, outside the numbers, up past the 30 to about the 35. There comes a penalty, and that may be an offensive hold on Zane Wooldridge out on the outside. Trying to keep Luke Hawley away from the tackle, and that may come back here. Penalty came from the deep official on the far sideline.
That would be a deflating penalty, too, for Leander.
And it looks like they are backing up. That was a great run by Mitchell. But Zane Wooldridge out there, you saw Luke get up and have to adjust his jersey. And so that's going to be a costly holding penalty to back up the Lions. They had a 2nd and 3. It was going to be a 1st and 10 up about the 45 of Georgetown.
Yeah, the DBs were trying to. Okay.
So they're going to give it 1st and 10 for the Lions. They're going to call the hold from the spot of the foul and back it up 10 yards from there. But the result of the play was a 1st down. Coach Griffin is questioning that.
Well, there's no way that hold was 16 yards past the line to gain for 1st down. That hold took place around the 35-yard line.
So Coach Griffin's going to take a timeout here. He wants to talk to the referee on this one because I agree with you, Kelly. The hold was about the 30 to 35-yard line. It was not that far downfield. And now the head referee is going to go over to visit with Coach Chuck Griffin. 2:09 remaining second quarter. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoors enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. There's a large selection of hunting and fly fishing supplies for the beginner, all the way up to the experienced outdoor folks. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoor outfitter with high-quality supplies and services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what there is to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or check out the website at www.rrpgtx.com.
Back here live, AC Bible Memorial Stadium in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. 2:09 remaining. Georgetown burns their first time out. Coach Griffin not happy, but it's 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 30 of Leander. That'll be a free play here as the flag comes in. They'll throw it up down the sideline, but it's thrown out of bounds by Mitchell. And so it'll be a 5-yard penalty offsides on Georgetown. So that'll make it 1st and 5 from the 35. Penalty flag starting to fly here in the second quarter, slowing things down for both of these teams.
Getting sloppy, and neither sideline wants to see sloppy at all. But
so they'll mark it off 5 yards after the 35-yard line. And Leander will have it 1st and 5 from their own 35-yard line. 2:04 remaining here in the first half. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Demarion Gordon off to the left of Mitchell, and the far side hash mark in the shotgun. A clap of the hands, now look near side and get the play call. Mitchell calls it out, now backs up, back to the 30. Snap back to Mitchell, he drops back, looks left, throws right. Wooldridge back behind the line of scrimmage, has nowhere to go, and there's Jaheim Dowd with a tackle. Good job by the Eagle defense to keep Wooldridge contained. It's a loss of 1, they'll give him the 34. And that'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Lions.
Nice job of Jaheim coming up and shutting that play down. This is a big series for both these teams, offense and defense.
Back to the line quick. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap to Mitchell. He'll hand it off. Nope, keeps it. And he's hit for no gain. Nice play there by Chance Kelly. He keeps containment there, and Mitchell taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Lions.
Oh, I saw that third down. They must have flipped that 3rd down marker fast, because I thought that was 3rd down.
Now Coach Price slowing his offense down as the clock ticks under 1 minute and 25 seconds. Almost to a minute here. Coach Griffin has 2 timeouts, but he's not taking them. And the Lions are not going to hurry up here with 3rd down and 6 from their own 34-yard line. 7 seconds as they break the huddle, left on the down clock. Now under 5. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back to Mitchell. Fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, catch made, up past midfield, the ball's out. Luke Hawley falls on it, and we'll see the signal.
Said his knee was down.
The furthest official away on the Leander side calls it. And to say he had the knee down when the ball came out, it'll be a big 1st down for the Lions in Georgetown territory. Down at the 44 of Georgetown. Snap back to Mitchell, and he'll clock it with 43 seconds remaining. Bring up 2nd and 10 as Leander only has 1 timeout remaining. There's the clock continues to run. We had this 2 weeks ago back at Georgetown. Trying to see, it's hard to hear, but they've had to turn it down because of the echoing. I think he may have said 44 seconds remaining. But nonetheless, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Lions at the Georgetown 44-yard line.
This has been a unique second quarter. First quarter was nice and sharp with both teams, but this second quarter has been a bit sloppy.
They still haven't updated the clock.
Yet to get it going here as the referee trying to make contact with the press box. But you almost think the Georgetown defense kind of got relaxed there as Leander let the time run,
right,
not hurrying up, and then they throw a nice pass to Zane Woolridge, who made a great catch.
It's actually kind of nice because it's giving our defense just a second to catch their breath.
They were definitely scrambling. They went to the line quick just because of the fumble, in case it was actually a fumble there, and Leander was ready to snap it, and Georgetown was all kinds of discombobulated.
44 seconds remaining here in the half. 2nd and 10 from the Georgetown 44. Leander has it. Middle of the field, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Now a man in motion left. Snap back to Mitchell. He's looking left, looking right. One-on-one coverage, throws it up, but overshoots the defender, or the receiver. Number 6, I believe it is, 6 or 8.
And the clock's still going. It went down to 38, even though the play ended at 41.
So we'll take it there. He actually threw it to the other quarterback, Mason Montgomery, who was playing wide out. And now Georgetown has a player down on the field. Having a hard time getting up there. Going to see who that is. It looks like it's Tennyson Dean down on the field for Georgetown. So we'll take a quick timeout while we have this injury.
Phase up.
Now we will not have this timeout. Sorry, Ben.
So while we got this little break, I want to remind folks at halftime we're going to show the Georgetown band, then we're going to continue our series highlighting the student trainers. And we have Leah Warner, a senior trainer, the second senior trainer, and she was kind enough to engage in an interview with us. So we'll highlight those kids at the half.
But do we get halftime stats with Holden?
We do.
We do.
On
Halftime.
a fancy sheet and everything.
Holden will bring us halftime stats with Holden, brought to you by Graham & Sons Cattle Company. And we'll bring you the Georgettes, the Sweethearts of Georgetown, and the Georgetown band first before those interviews. 3rd and 10 for the Lions. 38 seconds remaining. Snap back to Mitchell. He's going to roll right. Swings it out in the flat. It's incomplete. Outside the reach of the receiver, number 10 for the Lions. That incompletion to Isaac Montgomery, the sophomore wide receiver, brings up a 4th and 10 now for the Lions. 34 seconds remaining at the 44 of Georgetown. So a big call here, decision here. You're not really going to go, it's too long for the field goal. Don't really want to punt it deep. What do? They take a shot?
Well, the defense, I don't know that I would go for this. I might punt this away and make Georgetown drive the field with 30-something seconds left. But if they don't make this first down, Georgetown's got pretty good field position with 2 timeouts.
7 seconds remaining on the down clock. They're taking their time here. Now Mitchell will back up with 3 seconds on the down clock. Snap back, fake the handoff, looking right, throws it right, and he overshoots the receiver, Montgomery. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 30 seconds remaining, and Georgetown has it. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Got plenty of time. 2 timeouts means the entire field's open, so you don't have to stick strictly to the sidelines. You can run your offense now, try some stuff down the field, maybe even try some running plays. And as long as everybody's on the same page and moving to the line of scrimmage quick, there's plenty of time for Georgetown to try to put points on the board and, like you said earlier, get the ball back second half.
And that 4th down play was a similar RPO that we've seen a lot, where it's a long mesh point and then you hit a seam ball. But that time the linebacker shifted in the way of the flight path, and it caused the quarterback to kind of hesitate on the release, caused it to be an errant throw and a big turnover.
Empty backfield for McDougal. Center of the field, 1st and 10 at the 44. 3 receivers, right, 2 left. A clap of the hands. The snap is back. McDougal looking. He's going to throw it up right side. The receiver unable to make the catch. Good defense there by the Lions. A double team on the far side. Covering up Xavier Warren. Knock it down, incomplete. And it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles with 22 seconds remaining here in the first half.
The Georgetown referees over in the visitor stands were not really happy with that no call there, but I think that was the right call of no call.
I think their argument really was 22 never turned his head to the ball and was making contact with the receiver, but I agree. I like the no call.
3 receivers, right, 2 left. McDougal, a clap of the hands, gets the ball. Quick wide receiver screen out the outside. Warren makes a man miss. 45 up almost to midfield. And now he's going to be held up and driven out of bounds. Thanks for that play there.
Yes,
that's going to stop the clock with 12 seconds, and the clock continues to run here at Leander. It's about the 3rd or 4th time this.
Let's see if I can catch Coach Griffin as we walk to the.
They let the clock run out. It was supposed to stop. Nope, they're going to say he was taken out of bounds.
They may have said forward progress stop, but there was no signal, so Georgetown couldn't even use their timeouts.
So at the end of the first half, 14-7, Georgetown leads it over Leander. Back and forth quick in the first half, not much there in the second half. A lot of discombobulation, a lot of turnovers created by both teams. And they go to the half with a 7-point lead. Your Eagles lead it over the Leander Lions. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's the Georgettes, the Eagle Marching Band, here on the SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football.
Attention Georgetown Eagle football fans, Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership. Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Brightside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
And we welcome you back to the AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium in Leander, Texas. We're going to let you enjoy the Georgetown Georgettes and marching band. Then we'll be back again with the interview of the student trainer this week that we continue to highlight at halftime. But enjoy Georgetown's halftime.
It is with the greatest pleasure that I introduce you to the award-winning sweetheart of Georgetown, the Georgettes. The captain officers are Lieutenant Riley Stroud, Lieutenant Trinity Beaton, Lieutenant Maddie Stillman, and Indian Center, your 2024-2025 Georgette captain, Miss Abby Hall. The Georgettes consort with Abby Jones, Freddie McLean, and J.J. Roserati. Social butterfly is Katie Evans. Officer's choice is Genevieve Cosner. And Georgette of the week is Cameron Eagleworth. And now watch the Georgettes as they're performing on your team to smash it. Choose your fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgettes are under the position of Mrs. As the Eagle band
And we welcome you back to the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth here at Leander Independent School District's AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. We have wanted to highlight and spotlight the athletic trainers and training staff. This week we interviewed Leah Warner, and here is the interview that I had with Leah.
Welcome to the halftime show. Leah Warner, senior GHS student trainer. Leah, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
So we're spotlighting the student trainers at GHS, and you being a senior trainer there, I guess you've pretty much taken, maybe by force, maybe by design, a leadership role in the training staff. What got you interested in being a trainer?
Well, at first I was in a sport. I was in soccer, and I just decided to switch over to being a trainer because I just want to be in some type of like medical field, and I've always wanted to help people, so, and I also wanted to still be in like a sport, so athletic training.
So you like sports, you played sports, now you're an athletic trainer. How difficult is the schedule, just managing your schedule? Because you guys are at school early on some days, you stay late a lot of days, game days is just an entire day well into the night. How difficult is it balancing that schedule?
It is pretty difficult if you're new to it. It is very busy, very early mornings. You always have to look ahead and make sure you know what you're doing, know where you're going, and it's, once you get it, you get it.
What sports do you serve as a trainer for?
Well, everybody works volleyball, everybody works football. The sport I did last year, I did baseball, and I want to do baseball again this year. Everybody just, usually when volleyball and football is over, everybody goes into their own individual sport.
What is your, let's talk game day. I talked to the other girls about Friday home game, road game. What's that day look like for you guys?
Very stressful, especially if it's hot outside. It's a lot of work. We take like maybe an hour loading the U-Haul with everything that we need, and we have to fill everything up and make sure we have everything ready to go. And like even like one tiny mistake can kind of shift everything.
What was the hardest part for you to learn about being a trainer? What was maybe a skill that you had to master? What was the hardest thing for you?
I would say probably taping. Taping was probably the hardest because there's a lot of different taping that we do, and there's a lot of steps that we have to learn. And then you have to apply it to the athletes, and you got to know what you're doing. So you just have to take a lot of time, effort, and practice to get it.
And I guess some of them may be a little picky about how their ankles are wrapped.
Yeah.
have to do some redos every once in a while?
No. Sometimes I just have to take it or leave it.
Yeah, I got you. So, if we don't find you in your spare time, what do you like to do?
Well, I have a job. So
Where do you work?
I work at Olive Garden.
Oh, okay.
So I work a lot when I'm just not in training. And so I'm either working or doing homework or hanging out with friends. That's pretty much what I do.
It's after high school.
College. I want to do this in college.
Have you picked where yet?
Either A&M Tarleton or the University of Houston.
Good. Well, any shout-outs?
I guess to my family, to my parents, Steve and Betsy, and my sisters, Lauren and Haley. They always help me through a lot. And of course, all of the girls help a lot, and H in the Snow. Those help us a lot. So, yeah.
Well, Leah, I appreciate you joining us, folks. This is Leah Warner, Senior GHS Student Trainer. Leah, thanks for everything that you do to keep these athletes safe and all your hard work.
Thank you.
Halftime show will continue.
Attention Georgetown Eagle football fans. Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Back here live, AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. We are at the halftime, 14-7. Georgetown leads it over Leander. Georgetown set to get the kickoff to open up the second half. But more importantly, we get to discuss the first half, and it's brought to you by Graham & Sons Farm and Livestock. Proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle Football and First Responder Broadcasting. Graham & Sons Cattle Company brings you halftime with Holden. Kelly and Holden, take it away.
Holden, so Georgetown's been challenged more in this half than they have the entire season. What are the stats looking like for both teams?
Yeah, well, before I begin, gotta shout out Kelly for this brilliant idea of the graphic. This looks so good. I am so excited for this, but the stats are really eerily similar for both teams. Georgetown has 14 pass attempts, Leander has 15. Both sides 9 completions. Leander has a slight edge on the yards, but Georgetown has the passing touchdown. Rushing yards, rushing attempts, 15 for Georgetown, 14 for Leander. Georgetown 66 on the ground, Leander 50. Both have a rushing touchdown, but the biggest takeaway, the big stat is at the bottom, the turnovers. 2 big ones for Leander. The amazing forced fumble by Seth Warren to keep the score 14-7. And then the turnover on downs. But Georgetown's got a big one of their own. The Jet Walker fumble inside the red zone when you could have extended that lead to 21-7. Instead, we got a sloppy 14-7 ball game.
And if you look at that turnover whenever the ball got punched out, that's a huge momentum swing. Otherwise, we're tied at the half. And Georgetown has faced adversity they have not faced. And credit to Leander for playing a really, really good first half.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about last week how we thought we'd see a little bit more adversity from Copper's Cove, and Georgetown kind of ran away with that game. And this game, I feel like we were a little bit more confident coming in just because of how Georgetown played leading up to this game. But Leander's coming to show us that it is homecoming. They're not going to lie down and die, and they've come out swinging. In the pregame show, the passing game was really the emphasis of this Leander team. They've got some absolute weapons on the outside, and their quarterback is a very cerebral guy. He sees the field very well. I would be shocked if they don't continue swinging it down the field.
Tip of the cap to our statistician Holden Tuma, and those stats are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. A message from them. We'll be right back with more of the halftime. Stick with us. Georgetown leads 14-7 here at the half.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
And we welcome you back. AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium here in Leander, Texas. Georgetown leads the Leander Lions here at the half, 14-7. Great ball game going on here. District play starts tonight for both these teams. We're going to take a couple more breaks, and then we will be right back for the third quarter. Stick with us, folks. We appreciate you joining us. First Responder Broadcasting bringing you Georgetown Eagle football on the SHN Sports Network, only on YouTube.
The Jason Chance Tompkins Memorial Broadcast Booth is brought to you by JMT's. JMT's provides custom apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMT's to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit our website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555. At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Texas, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear, great drinks, and friendship. Enjoy our light menu, a beverage, and shop our great selection of men's and women's clothing and gear. Also, check out our website for MCO Grocery Company and have fresh groceries delivered directly to your doorstep. Visit the Mesquite Creek site at www.mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop in and say hello. MCO is a proud sponsor of this year's Georgetown Eagle football broadcast, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting.
Back here live at AC Bible Memorial Stadium. We're still at the half because it's homecoming. An exciting night here for the Leander Lion fans. Here come the Lions out of their locker room, headed to their inflatable to get warmed up. Georgetown out of their locker room. Kelly, you saw an opportunity for a big turn. The punch out by Bobby Boucher, Seth Warren. What a heads-up play by the senior linebacker. Georgetown driving down. You're thinking, man, 14-point play right there. You turn it, we get a touchdown, get a hold, get the ball to open the second half, and, man, we could really get us some separation. And a big fumble here by Jet Walker down on the Georgetown end, and Leander back at business. Not the most beautiful half of play, but a 14-7 lead for this Georgetown team when adversity came their way right out of the box.
A lot of fun to watch this game. I love watching these games like this, even though that second quarter was not a very clean quarter from either team. But both these defenses are playing really well. We've seen some heads-up play, and this is adversity that Coach has talked to us about. Georgetown hasn't faced this adversity yet, and the starters have not had to play an entire game, so it's going to be really interesting to see how well they hold up as far as their juice and their energy and their gas here in the second half, because they're in a ball game.
How does this team face and respond to adversity? They did it right off the bat. They gave up the opening touchdown, a lot of different things clicking for Leander, a lot of things to keep Georgetown off balance. Yep, let's go to Dave.
Coach Griffin, the defense, you got to be pretty happy with their play to give you all an opportunity to get your offense kind of going into some sync in the first half there.
Yeah, we made a few mistakes defensively. Just kind of gave them a little bit of a edge there, and kind of allowed them to control the clock a little bit in the ball. We got to clean that up. Offensively, we can't turn the ball over. We got to make sure that we punch it in when we get down there. We can't turn the ball over. We got to take care of us. We got to play our football.
Thank you, Coach.
Congratulations again.
So the Eagle, Coach Griffin talking about it, some things that got to change. This is where this team has to respond, Kelly, to come back from some adversity. They have the lead. One thing they've got to be proud of, they did, in not looking at a beautiful half of play, they still have the lead. They played defense, a great play there by Seth Warren, a lot of good tackles, some good sacks there, good containment when they had every reason to kind of fall apart. No adversity faced early in the season, trailing for the first time. Now how do they respond out of the locker room when that hasn't been the strong suit this early in the year?
It's going to be very interesting to see, because they have had difficulty coming out of the locker room after the half, so we'll see how well they respond.
We'll take one more timeout. Be back
Attention
with Eagle
Georgetown
football in a
Eagle
moment.
football fans. Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender, conveniently located on the square in downtown Georgetown. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling out equity for debt consolidation or home improvements. We do it all, and we're dedicated to making your dreams a reality. When you think mortgage, think local. Think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Back here live, AC Bible Memorial Stadium, and here come your Georgetown Eagles getting ready for the second half. They'll receive the opening kickoff of the third quarter and look for some smoothness back in that offense, something that we didn't see a lot of kind of missed snaps, some untimed snaps, balls popping loose into the hands of Jet Walker, the fumble by Jet Walker. A turnover for the first time in the season for this Georgetown Eagle team. And so you want to see how they settle in here for the start of quarter number 3.
We saw some very uncharacteristic mistakes that we haven't seen out of Georgetown this year, quite frankly. And, again, it's going to be very interesting to see how they respond to that in this second half.
And this is a monumental drive because in games with this, like you have one team that comes in a little bit favored heavily over the other. The longer that team can stay in the game, the more nervous the team who had that favored edge coming into it is going to become. If they can get another touchdown lead, make it 21-7, they can start putting more pressure on Leander, getting them uncomfortable rather than letting them stay in rhythm.
Thanks for joining us for the Blair Hogue of Fairway Mortgage halftime. We appreciate all of our sponsors, Blair with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage, for all your lending needs. And we go to quarter number 3. Kelly, what do you got?
I do want to say we have the Bar for Morrow first down. Matt Morrow and his team have been longtime sponsors of our program, and the Oak Ridge Disciple House in their 14th season of helping us keep these broadcasts free for you folks. So if you get the opportunity, throw your business at these sponsors and let them know you appreciate helping us keep all these regular season broadcasts free to you here on the SHN Sports channel on YouTube.
We go to quarter number 3, brought to you by Graham & Sons Farm and Livestock, proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle football and First Responder Broadcasting. The Lions will line up to kick it away. Back deep for your Eagles on the far side, about the 10-yard line. Number 7, Xavier Warren on the near side. Number 3, Luke Holly as Rene Rodriguez. The sophomore gets ready to kick it away for the Lions. He'll approach, and a bloop kick over on the far side, fielded at the 33-yard line. Brought back near side. That's Seth Warren, the up-back. Takes that kick and brings it forward to about the, we'll see where they spot it. They come up late, 34-yard line. So Georgetown will have it first and 10 at their own 34-yard line to open up this third quarter, Kelly. McDougal, you'd love to see this offense settle back in, get to a rhythm, and start putting some points on the board.
It's going to be something different than we've seen in any of the 3 games before, because Georgetown has pretty much had game out of reach in the second half. So now it's meaningful, and it means a lot.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker offset to the right of McDougal. Handed off, coming around. Westfall has it. He finds a hole up past the 35 to the 40. Gets knocked forward for another 2 or 3 yards there. Nice play by Braylon Westfall. Taken down by number 41, Emmanuel Ugo, the linebacker. And it'll bring up second and about 3 for your Georgetown Eagles.
I kind of expected we would see Georgetown go up-tempo a little bit more than they have in the game. We'll see if they pull that out of the old toolbox here in the second half.
1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Mylock, the tight end, off to the left end of the line. Walker to the left of McDougal. Near side hash mark here on 2nd and 3. Now Warren in motion to the left side, and there's some motion at the line of scrimmage. Flags come in. This is going to go against the Georgetown Eagles. So now instead of 2nd and 3, it'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Georgetown. 11:16 left here in the third quarter. Pre-snap penalties, Kelly, tonight. Some that you're seeing that you just haven't seen in a while, and a big one there for Georgetown.
Yeah, this Georgetown team just, especially on the offensive side of the ball, just seems a little out of whack, but you got to give Leander credit for that because their defense has been very effective against a pretty high-powered Georgetown offense.
One receiver left, one right. Same formation, back it up 5 yards from the 36-yard line. Warren in motion. Here comes a blitz on the backside. Walker away from it, up, right up the hash marks, up past the 40, 45. They're going to push him forward all the way up to the 49-yard line to borrow for Morrow first down on a big run by Jet Walker.
Good, strong run there. The Leander fans are excited over here, too, because this whole press box is shaking.
Well, he's got
That's
two Leander injuries after that run. A big offensive line and Jet Walker imposing their will on Leander right now.
Malachi Filan, the defensive back, and number 23, Salorm Corshi, the defensive lineman, both on the ground. Filan is back up. Corshi is not. We'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Back live here at AC Bible Memorial Stadium in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's. Eagles have it 1st and 10 on the borrow for Morrow first down, right at 49-yard line on the Georgetown side of midfield. Two receivers left, one right. New running back in. Snap back, that's Luke Livingston. He'll empty out. Swing pass out to the near side to Xavier Warren is wide, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Georgetown Eagles.
Just looks like McDougal can't get comfortable tonight. He's usually been pretty accurate this season, and he just is not comfortable back there because Leander's front is able to get some pressure back there and keep him off balance and keep him from setting his feet, making accurate throws.
And normally you don't have to talk about crowd noise at a high school football game, but the Leander sideline is making a lot of noise.
Two receivers right, one left. Westfall in motion. Handed off, coming near side. Nope, McDougal keeps it, kicks it out to the left.
Going to be a roughing the passer.
But here comes another flag. It's going to be on number 9, Matthew Anderson. And the Leander student body doesn't agree with that one, but they will yell it out.
And we do not control the crowd mic.
And a big penalty there. It was going to be a third down, a long third down for the Eagles, Kelly, and now it's going to be an automatic first down into Leander territory after another roughing the passer penalty. So some disciplinary thoughts there that this defense just a little bit out of control there and a costly penalty here.
Well, and you know the kids are excited to be in this kind of a ball game with Georgetown, and everybody but this Leander team was talking about how Georgetown was going to come in here and have an easy time. Leander had different ideas, and they're excited about that. Got a little overzealous there.
Two receivers left, one right. Walker back in there, turn around, hand it to Jet. Comes right side, waits for the hole, hits through it, up past the 35, taken down about the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7, 10:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
So Leander's overloading the box on every play. They're bringing both the linebackers down, having 6 guys against our 5 offensive linemen, and that means everyone outside is going to be one-on-one. So I would expect a slant, some kind of double move coming in the inside from these outside receivers, baits the man one-on-one, and it should be a big play.
Yeah, and in those situations like that with the defense, that means there's going to be some gaps in the middle of that field, and we'll see if Georgetown tries to hit some of those.
3 receivers left, one right. Walker offset to the right of McDougal at the 33-yard line. 9:35 as the ball snapped. Hang it up, right side. There's Xavier Ward. He's pushed out of bounds. They're going to throw the hat that he went out of bounds. He didn't go out on his own. He was shoved there by the defender, Filan. But no flag thrown. It's incomplete and brings up 3rd down and 7 now for Georgetown.
McDougal threw that ball relatively early, so when that push happened, the ball was actually in the air, but the referees called it no pass interference.
Now a big 3rd down with 9:29 remaining in the third quarter. Georgetown on their first drive of the second half. 3rd and 7 from the 33 of Leander. Tight formation here. Warren, the lone receiver, right. Two receivers left. Walker directly behind McDougal. Now Warren in motion. Fake the pitch to him. Give it to Walker right side. He's got a hole. Up past the 30. Runs over a man. Up past the 25. And that's going to be enough for another borrow from Morrow first down.
Nice job. Nice run there. Good play design. Offensive line, again, was able to move some folks out of the way. So it seems like a healthy dose of Jet Walker may be the answer to get this offense rolling.
So
And
go ahead, Dave.
And you play keep away from Leander.
Yep.
Let the clock run. 9-10 remaining, third quarter. It continues to run. Georgetown, a 1st and 10 at the Leander 24. Two receivers right, one left. Walker to the left of McDougal, near side hash mark. Now Westfall in motion, snap back, hand it off. Jet Walker right side, finds a gap, 15, 10, and the turf monster gets him about the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal on the borrow from Morrow first down for the Georgetown Eagles inside the Graham & Sons red zone.
Jet is such a powerful runner, but we saw him right there get his feet a little bit over the skis, so to speak.
Quick back to the line. The Eagles go. Westfall in motion. Hand it off. Walker right side finds the gap. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker takes it in from the 7-yard line. And Georgetown extends their lead now 20-7 with 8:48 left here in quarter number 3. So the response you want in the first drive of the second half is fruitful. And the Eagles put it in the end zone. Now a chance here on the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt to make it 14. But first, we go to the multifaceted extra point attempt. Tennyson Dean and Jet Walker in the backfield. 3 linemen in front of them. Snap back to Walker. He goes to the left side, and he'll be drugged down short of the end zone, so the 2-point conversion is no good. And with 8:48 left here in the ballgame, Georgetown leads it 20-7 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Our first down sponsor this season is Borrow from Morrow. Borrow from Morrow, our team is dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. We do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including our handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from an experienced loan officer. Our loan officers understand the local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember, Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148.
Back live here at AC Bible Memorial Stadium. Georgetown takes their first possession of the second half and drives it down for the score. Holden, talk us through that drive.
That last drive, 8 plays, 66 yards, 3 minutes and 12 off the clock. And like Kelly was saying, a heavy dose of Jet Walker. He's up to 17 carries, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, the Eagles will get ready to kick it off. The Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff. Leading it by 13 after the unsuccessful 2-point play. And now Christopher Mashburn drops back to kick it away. Westfall ready for the onside attempt, and Mashburn will kick it away. Far side, a fair catch called for, and fielded by Ramos. Nice play there as he fields it about the 3-yard line. So the Leander Lions will start their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, trailing by 13.
Caleb Reina ran through one of those kickoff coverage guys. Just smoked him. And I get great joy out of other people's pain in a football game.
Leander band down on the near side, get the student body section going.
That's some of the loudest student section I've heard in Central Texas.
It's a little interesting. They're getting so loud for their offense rather than the defense. Usually you want the stadium a little bit quieter so that they can hear and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Now the Leander offense will come out for the first time here in the second half. The quarterback, Logan Mitchell, still at the helm. And now joined in the backfield by number 1, Zane Wooldridge. 2 receivers right, 1 left. The Lions will start it 1st and 10 at their own 25. Now a late on runner comes out. Gaither comes out on the field. And now it's going to be a last-minute timeout Or to delay a game? Nope, delay a game. Nope,
I
they're
think-
going to give the timeout.
I think if you're Leander, you can almost blame that on your student section in your band.
So a
Because
quick
it's all
timeout
right
here.
there.
Big quick timeout by the Leander Lions. We'll take it with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Hey, Georgetown, there's a new place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's on the beautiful square in downtown. It's Goldberger Diner. When you walk into this 50s-style diner, you're greeted with a smile, greeted like your family. Sit at the counter, a table, or a booth and get ready for an old-fashioned dining experience like no other in Georgetown. Enjoy tasty breakfast or come later for a burger, chicken fried steak, or even the Southern classic liver and onions. There's so much to choose from. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown.
Back here at AC Bible Memorial Stadium, 8.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. Another early timeout called by head coach Chris Price of Leander for their own, coming out of their own kick return. And their first play ends up going with a timeout. So now 1st and 10 from the 25. One receiver left, one right. Now an empty backfield as Woolridge empties out. Mitchell by himself on the near side hash mark. Snap back. Mitchell looking left. He's going to try to hang it up left. He's pressured. He's going to throw under pressure. The ball is underthrown, and a great job there by Cooper Werchen. He battled with Woolridge. Woolridge made a great play there, Kelly, to try to cut back on the inside of the field to get to that ball. And a battle to keep it away from Werchen, and it goes incomplete. And now Cooper Werchen, he is going down on the field. He pointed to the sideline. That will bring Jihad Abdunur off the sidelines into the cornerback position as Werchen down on his back at about the 35-yard line. We'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Golden Rule is a proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle football. Located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, the Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. The menu includes Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, sweet chipotle chicken lollipops, golden classics like the elk double smash burger, and so much more. Need a room for a group? The Golden Corral can accommodate up to 60 people in a private room. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back after that injury timeout, Cooper Werchen walks off under his own power there with Chad Hennessy across the way. So number 21, Jihad Abdunur, comes in replacement of Cooper Werchen on the cornerback slot. Jihad, the 6'1", 175-pound junior, wearing number 21. The Lions get ready now on 2nd and 10 from the 25. Two receivers right, two left. One person in the backfield. Offset to the left of Mitchell now is Damarian Gordon. Fake the handoff, look left. They're going to test him early, and the shot is long. Jaheim Dowd almost had the interception. Mitchell hung that one out too long. Jaheim almost ran under it. He already has a couple of interceptions on the year, one being a big pick six against Copper's Cove.
Jaheim looked like he was the intended receiver in the way that he was running, looking for that football. It's like he beat his cornerback and was headed for the end zone.
I actually looked up and went, he's wide open, thinking that we were wearing, they were wearing white jerseys because Jaheim was 2 steps ahead of Woolridge and almost had that pickoff.
Yeah, that throw looked a little predetermined, if anything, by that quarterback. I think he's really trying to push the ball downfield, and he could get his team in trouble.
Two receivers right, two left, 3rd and 10 from the 25. And there's a false start on Woolridge. A hard count there by Mitchell, and it drew his own players offside. And so that false start will back them up. Now a big 3rd and 15 from their own 20-yard line. That's a big pre-snap penalty for the Lions to push them deeper in their own end zone.
And this is a big possession. I know it's early in the second half and they're down 2 scores, but this is a huge possession. And if Georgetown can hold here, force the punt, get the ball back, then they can eat some more of that clock up and start wearing down this Leander defense. Hopefully that would be the intention, but this is a big 3rd down early in this second half.
8:06 remaining, 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back to Mitchell. He's looking left the whole time. Pressure, tries to throw it, can't, has to scramble. Runs up 20, 25, 30, and he's going to have just short of the 1st down. He's knocked out of bounds. Alex Wilson and Tennyson Dean over there to knock him out of bounds. And he's going to be 2 yards short of a 1st down. That'll bring up 4th and 2 now And this is a big call here for Coach Chris Price and the Leander Lions in their own territory at the 33-yard line.
Coach Price was screaming and hollering, I guess wanting a late hit over there, but he wasn't screaming and hollering about number 76 tackling the end on that rush. So Jacob Wells made a great tackle on the defensive end.
So now they'll send in the punt team. Let's see here, get it right. Renee Rodriguez, the sophomore, drops back. Leander breaks the huddle, and there's the penalty they needed. They got the false start, or the offsides on the defense. They're going to call that one on Dylan Turbeville. Let's see if they do or not. The Eagles are pointing to the Leander Lions at a false start.
Saw the head sink.
And it is. So it'll be a big 5-yard penalty. I first thought it was Dylan Turbeville that was going to get called for it. But they're going to back the Lions up 5 yards, and it'll be 4th and 8 now from the 27-yard line. 4th and 7 for the Lions. 7 or 8 yards to go. And they'll keep Renee Rodriguez on the field to punt this one away. The sophomore has been busy so far for the Lions. Snap back, almost over his head. Rodriguez gets it. Andrew Urban gets to run through a couple of players. Holly will field for a fair catch and take it all the way back to the 33-yard line of Georgetown. A nice punt by Rodriguez there, and Georgetown will take over.
Luke was making sure he didn't get hit because he signaled that fair catch like 17 times. Don't hit me.
So Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33. Now an opportunity for this Georgetown offense to create some separation here, Kelly, and widen this lead and try to put that pressure fully on the Leander Lions.
Again, this is that time where do you eat the clock up? Do you go a little hurry-up offense and try to push this ball down the field? It'll be interesting, the play calling that comes out.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Xavier Warren, the lone receiver, right. Walker in the backfield, direct behind McDougal. Snap back, hand it off. Walker right side, makes the man miss, runs behind his offensive line, and they get stacked up right at the 35-yard line before he's driven back. A nice play there by number 44, Virgil Garcia. It'll be a gain of 2 and bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Eagles with 7:41 left here in the third quarter.
There is a lot of talking going on between the players down there. It's going to be interesting to see, make sure these guys stick together.
Clocked not running, even on a running play. Not sure why it stopped. Now they've got it going, 7:35, and it continues to run. 3 receivers left, 1 right. McDougal, wide receiver screen out in the flat. And the Eagles lucky that didn't get picked off. 2 Lion defenders took each other out. And the ball is caught. It looks at the 36-yard line.
There's a lot of blue jerseys over there. It just looks like they're starting to read on that wide receiver screen. That's like the 3rd time we've seen it.
So the completion is good for 1 yard to the 36, and that will be the same player, number 44, Virgil Garcia, down for the Leander Lions. So with 7:31 left, third quarter, we'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
First down sponsor this season is Borrow from Morrow. Borrow from Morrow, our team is dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. We do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including our handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from an experienced loan officer. Our loan officers understand the local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember, Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148.
Back out of the injury timeout, Garcia able to walk off under his own power but heads to the trainer's table here at the near side. Hope he's all right. Eagles have it 3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Walker to the right of McDougal in the backfield, far side hash mark. He empties out. Empty backfield now. Throw it out. Wide receiver to the right side, or left side, coming to the right, but going to be driven out of bounds. Right about the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play to Davin Sedgwick. That'll bring up 4th and 7 now for Georgetown. Stops the clock at 7:13.
So 2 big drives there, one for Leander, one for Georgetown. Both defenses able to hold and keep this score where it's at. Just doesn't seem like either offense can get much momentum going tonight.
So Georgetown will bring out the punt team as this sophomore, Braylon Westfall, heads out for his punt. Braylon, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, wide receiver and punter. Stands at about the 21-yard line. Waits to receive the snap here on 4th and 8 from the 36-yard line. Snap is back to Westfall. He fields it, and he'll get the punt away. A spiral punt near sideline. Bounces about the 30 inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark it out, it looks like, at about the 28-yard line. And that's where, or 29-yard line. That's where Leander will take over with 7:05 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, trailing your Georgetown Eagles 20-7.
Both of these defenses are trying to keep their teams in this game, and they've done good jobs of it. Leander has gotten a lot of pressure on McDougal tonight, and that's not something that we've seen. So, again, I know I'm saying it again, but I have been impressed by this Leander team and the fight they've shown tonight.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Mitchell on the near side hash mark. Hands it off. Gordon right side. Legs cut out from under him. Just past the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Lions. 7 minutes on the clock, and it continues to run.
Second down.
Quickly back to the line. The Lions go. Snap back. Fake the handoff. Mitchell brings it left side. A block downfield on Jaheim Dowd, and then Mitchell pays the price. Gets hit by 3 defenders, and he's taken down here on the near side at about the 44-yard line. A 1st down for the Lions. Quickly back to the line they go. The defense scrambling to get back in position. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Handed off. Gordon right side takes it wide. He's stopped there and dropped. Nice job. It only gives him a gain of 2 up to about the 46. Now move forward to the 47. But a great job of keeping that from getting outside as Gordon was trying to get outside to the numbers. And it'll bring up 2nd and 7 now for the Lions.
Going to be interesting play call here. They have really tried to attack the edges on this Georgetown defense, especially here in the second half. And they have been successful, especially with that quarterback keeper. So they're going to have to start spying that guy, or he may cost you.
Cooper Werchin back in at the cornerback position on the far side for Georgetown on the defense. Mitchell breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Running back to his right. Handed off right up the middle and into a host of Eagle defenders. They'll mark him forward for 1 yard up to the 48-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Lions. 5:50 remaining in the quarter, and it continues to run.
That was definitely a 9-5-90 play there by the defense. 9 hats within 5 yards of the football 90% of the time, and they swarmed whenever that play went nowhere.
Great job by that defensive line for Georgetown. Luke Butch, Andrew Urban, Tennyson Dean, and who else was down in there? Turbeville. They stop it. 3rd and 6. The Lions have it. Snap back. Mitchell rolls left. He's going to hang it out left in the flat. And the catch made by Zane Woolridge into Georgetown territory. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 42 of Georgetown.
The Georgetown defensive line's getting frustrated by the offensive line being able to hang on to them. There's probably been a holding call on both sides of this that here and there that could have been called, but they just got to put that out and just keep fighting.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Handed off. Gordon, nope. Mitchell keeps it left side up to the 40, lowers his head, and makes a gain, a positive gain there, up to the 35 of Georgetown. A big gain on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 3 now for the Lions.
Mitchell is not afraid of contact, and then after he popped up, started running back to the huddle, he put a shoulder into Alex Wilson as he was running back. So intimidated he is not.
2nd and 3 from the 35 of Georgetown. Snap back to Mitchell. He keeps it left side, backwards past the Woolridge, and it's going to go out of bounds. That cannot be an incomplete pass. That was behind the line of scrimmage. That has to be a lateral.
Wow.
That should have been a loss of about 3 yards as it went out about the 37, 38-yard line. And instead, they're going to call an incomplete pass. It's still now it should be 3rd and 3 from the Georgetown 35. A lucky break there for the Lions. 4:36 left on the clock as it stops on the incomplete. Snap back to Mitchell, handed off to Gordon, right side, finds a hole, breaks a tackle up past the 30, and then stood up there about the 28-yard line, enough for another Leander first down.
This drive looks a lot like Leander's first drive of the game because they are just working their offense, not trying to take gigantic bites and doing a good job of putting this ball where the defenders are not. They've got a good drive going. We'll see if they can sustain it or if these Eagles can stop it.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Far side hash mark. Mitchell gets the snap back. Fake the handoff. Pass infield in the middle of the field. Zane Wooldridge complete for another first down inside the red zone. Down to the 12-yard line. That's about the 3rd or 4th time that pass has been hit to Wooldridge. And now a 1st and 10 at the 11 of Georgetown. Snap back, quick handoff. Gordon left side, up past the 10 to the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down, Leander.
Quickly back to the line they go. No huddle. 2 left, 2 right. Receivers spread out. Quick handoff. Mitchell keeps it. He pulls it out of the stomach of Gibson, and he'll be stopped. No, he breaks the tackle and into the end zone. Mitchell goes for the Leander touchdown. 3:42 left, 3rd quarter, and Leander has cut this back to a 1-score game, 20-13.
Extra point, and it's a 6-point game.
So the Leander Lions put it in the end zone. The quarterback Mitchell keeps it around the right side. A great job there. Pulled it out of the stomach of Gordon, took it to the right side, breaks the tackle, and dives into the end zone for the touchdown. And now Rene Rodriguez will come on to attempt the extra point for the Lions. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 3:42 remaining, 3rd quarter. Georgetown leads it 20-14 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Hey Georgetown, there's a new place to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's on the beautiful square in downtown. It's Goldberger Diner. When you walk into this 50s style diner, you're greeted with a smile, greeted like your family. Sit at the counter, a table, or a booth and get ready for an old-fashioned dining experience like no other in Georgetown. Enjoy tasty breakfast or come later for a burger, chicken fried steak, or even the Southern classic liver and onions. There's so much to choose from. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown.
Back here live, AC Bible Stadium. Georgetown and Leander in a dogfight here in the 3rd quarter with 3:42 remaining, 20-14. Georgetown leads it by 6 as Rene Rodriguez will tee it up for the Lions. Now how big is the go for 2, not kick the extra point? Georgetown offense has got to respond here. Leander looks to the near sideline and gets the sign. They'll break the huddle. Get ready to kick it away.
Man, Leander showed up tonight ready for a street fight, and that's exactly what they're giving to Georgetown right now.
Now they'll break the huddle with 5 seconds left on the down clock. Rodriguez is going to have to hurry up. He can't get his regular yardage mixed out. Players weren't ready. And the ball is kicked off. It's a deep one. Luke Hawley fields it, taking his momentum back into the end zone, up past the 10, breaks out near side, 15, 20, 25, but a penalty flag comes in. That's going to be an illegal block in the back for Georgetown. Number 22, Jack Gibson's going to be flagged on that one here on the near side. So instead of a big return out to about the 28, 30-yard line, it's going to be back in their own end zone, or deep in their own red zone. Georgetown's going to have a long field to go to respond to that touchdown by the Lions.
Well, just some of the self-inflicted wounds both these teams have had, especially on offense. Return game there, you see one. It costs you a lot of yardage, and that is the last thing you wanted to have happen right now.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Georgetown from their own 5-yard line after the illegal block in the back on that kick return. So now Georgetown will come out, start the drive on their own 5 with 3:36 remaining here in the first half. Leading by 6, 20-14. McDougal leads them out. One receiver wide left, one receiver right. Walker offset to the left of McDougal, who stands in his own end zone. Snap back to McDougal. He'll hand it off. Walker right side, finds a gap, up past the 5, 10, spins out of a tackle, up past the 15, almost the 20-yard line. But a flag comes in. It looks like it's going to be holding on the Georgetown Eagles. And that'll back them up even deeper in their own end.
I did not see that hold.
Looks like it was thrown from one of the back judges.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of that line.
So it'll be a hold on Georgetown. So instead of 1st and 10 about the 24, 25-yard line, it's going to be 1st and long from about the 2.5-yard line. Georgetown backed up from the 5, half the distance to the goal. No first at about 12 and a half, 3:28 remaining here in the first quarter. McDougal with Walker to his left, one receiver right, one left. Stands about 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Pressure looks to come from Leander here. There's some movement on the line. Sam Lopez moves forward, but it looks like they're going to call it on Georgetown. Huddle here of 3 of the officials. And we'll see what he calls. It's got to be a false start. So instead of at the 2.5, it's now going to be about the 1-yard line, just outside the 1 for Georgetown. So they put themselves in a big hole here, Kelly.
Right.
Can't take any chances of getting taken down in the end zone. First time for McDougal to experience something like this for the young sophomore.
Well, what the O-linemen are trying to say was they moved, and they can move as long as they don't come into the neutral zone.
Walker shifts to the right of McDougal with one receiver right, one left. Snap back. McDougal looking. He's going to air it out to the left. Sedgwick being held the entire time. No jersey.
Wow.
Pull call. No flag thrown there. Coach Griffin in the ear of the side judge. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and long from the 1.
He had a hold of him from the time he left the line of scrimmage, grabbing that right shoulder pad, hanging onto that jersey, ran right past the side judge, and nothing.
Number 12, Tyree Smith, on that coverage of Davin Sedgwick. And now 2 receivers left, none right. Eagles will break the huddle. McDougal with Walker directly behind him. Lap of the hands, snaps the ball. It's over the head of McDougal. It's recovered in the end zone. Let's see who has it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Leander. So a costly mistake by the center. With 1 second left on the down clock, you see McDougal clapping his hand, emphasizing, get me the ball, get me the ball. And it was high and over his head. He gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air, it hits the ground, and Leander recovers it in the end zone. Leander an extra point away from taking the lead with 2:55 remaining in the third quarter.
So not responding very well to the adversity so far at this point. And again, we've said it time and time again in this broadcast, Georgetown has not faced much adversity. It'll be interesting to see how they react to it. And so far, it hasn't been good.
Rene Rodriguez gets ready to attempt the extra point for the Lions. Ball will be put down at the 10-yard line. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 2:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Leander takes the lead back, 21-20 of your Georgetown Eagles. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Golden Rule is a proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle football. Located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, the Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. The menu includes Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, sweet chipotle chicken lollipops, golden classics like the Elk Double Smash Burger, and so much more. Need a room for a group? The Golden Corral can accommodate up to 60 people in a private room. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back here live, AC Bible Junior Stadium. Leander has all the momentum right now with 2:55 remaining here in the third quarter. They lead at 21-20. Georgetown had the 20-7 lead after the opening drive of the third quarter. Leander has responded with a 14-0 answer. 2 touchdowns, 1 on the turnover by Georgetown in the end zone. Rene Rodriguez tees it up, and he'll put it into play for the Lions. Another long kick. Luke Colley back into the end zone, brings it out again, 15-yard line, up to the 20 and take it down short of the 25. What are we doing? We've got to use the yardage to our favor. Just little mistakes that we're making here, Dave and Kelly, that continue to add up on this team.
Yeah, and it's uncharacteristic, and I think it is a direct result of the adversity. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but they're not responding very well. They're going to have to get their breath, get their feet back under them, and play the game they know how to play.
The offense takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 23, middle of the field. 2:49 remaining, 2 receivers left, 1 right. McDougal with Walker directly behind him in the shotgun. Clap of the hand, snap back, fake the handoff to Walker. Roll left, throw it out the left flat. Mylock knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 6 for the Georgetown Eagles.
I said it a little bit earlier, McDougal just doesn't look comfortable because he was looking at Mylock to start with and then went to a second receiver, but Mylock was out there. If he gets the ball a little quicker, he can turn it up the field maybe a little more. He just doesn't look comfortable, and I'm kind of curious what's going on with him right now.
2 receivers left. Xavier Warren, the lone receiver right. Walker to the left of McDougal, far side hash mark. Here on 2nd and 6, snap back, hand it to Walker, right side, cuts back up, 30, 35, borrow for Morrow, first down for your Georgetown Eagles. Nice run by Jet Walker.
I'd like to see a healthy dose of Jet Walker right now.
Ditto. I was fixing to say the same thing to quiet this Leander crowd down.
1st and 10 at the 36, snap back to McDougal. Hand it off, Walker, right side. Up past the 40 to about, well, they'll call him right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 6. Clock continues to run, 2:25 remaining here in the third quarter.
Boy, this has gotten to the point now where you just want to get out of here with a win, however that happens, because all of the momentum is on this side of the field on Leander's sideline.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Walker to the left of McDougal, near side hash mark on 2nd and 6. McDougal, a clap of the hands.
Livingston, your running back.
Snap back, now it's Livingston, not Walker. Xavier Warren, he was open, he's held again. There comes the flag, finally from the back judge, the 3rd time in a row. A receiver is held all the way down the field, and finally they'll throw the flag here. It's going to be on Phelan, the cornerback, and that's a big 15-yard gain for Georgetown on the pass interference.
He literally had him by the collar, holding his shoulder pads, and if a flag didn't come out then, Coach Griffin is going to have a stroke.
We look to the sideline, and they don't call a pass interference. They call defensive holding. The ball was in the air, but they'll call the hold. It's an automatic first down right at midfield. 1st and 10 for Georgetown. 1:54 remains here in the third quarter. McDougal looks far side. Luke Livingston in the backfield for the Eagles. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Mylock, the tight end, in the slot on the right side. Livingston directly behind McDougal, near side hash marks. Now Mylock in motion to the left. Snap back, McDougal hands it off to Livingston. He'll cut back at midfield and then taken down about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
I do like the play calls. They're not trying to get this all back at once. They've tried a couple of things down the field, which keeps those cornerbacks from being able to sneak up and contain that run. So stick to your game plan. Keep running this game plan. Take a shot down the field every once in a while. But
Jets back in.
Walker back in as Livingston comes off the field on 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. 1:20 left, third quarter. Clock continues to run. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Walker to the left to McDougal. In the shotgun. Snap back to McDougal. Fakes the handoff. McDougal keeps it left side. Makes the man miss and then hit hard. Dropped just inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 now for the Georgetown Eagles.
He made that decision to slide a little too late, and he got popped.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles. 4 receivers left, 1 right. And now whistles before the snap.
The defensive end came across quick.
I think it's a false start. The center didn't snap it.
Wow. Another pre-snap penalty on this Georgetown offensive line. A false start will back them up. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's now 3rd and 9 from the 49 of Leander. Muniz will join Warren here on the right side. Muniz in the slot, Warren wide right. 2 receivers to the left side. Jet Walker offset to the left to McDougal, far side hash mark. Snap back to McDougal, he looks right, throws it out. Xavier Warren at the 45, fake, makes a man miss, and he's off to the races. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Georgetown! Xavier Warren shows the speed, the moves, and puts it all on display for the Georgetown touchdown.
That cannot happen to a defender. You cannot let him beat you to that sideline. That sideline is your friend. You have to force him back to help, and he did not. And we saw Xavier Warren's speed right there.
He fakes out the senior Malachi Phelan and takes it to the house for the 49-yard touchdown reception. And with
So
1 minute.
unfortunately, Coach Griffin has to call a timeout because there was a misunderstanding on which players are supposed to go in for the extra point there.
So with a minute left here in the 3rd quarter, 26-21, Georgetown by 5. We'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football returns in a moment.
The Jason Chance Tompkins Memorial Broadcast Booth is brought to you by JMTs. JMTs provides custom apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit our website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Yeah. I'm the big homie. For those of y'all that don't know me, one and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking baked Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my
Ty Griffin brings this back in. Out of the timeout by Georgetown, their first of the second half. The Eagles set up to go for 2 here, trailing by 5 in the G-Town Lumber and Supply 2-point tries. Direct snap, Walker to the left side. He's going to beat him to the corner. It's good. 2-point conversion. And the Eagles lead it by 7, 28-21 over the Leander Lions. 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the 3rd quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Back here, AC Bible, Georgetown responds with a nice drive to put it in the end zone and lead by 7 here after the 2-point conversion. Hold it. The drive summary.
That last one was 6 plays, 77 yards, took a minute 55 off the clock, and the touchdown was made possible by a slot corner blitz that Leander had called. It left another one-on-one situation on the outside, and you see the speed of Xavier Warren once again making a big play.
I like blowouts, but this is a good ball game.
Very good Friday night football game here in the district opener. Christopher Mashburn tees it up, and he'll kick it off for the Eagles, far side. It'll be fielded on the run at the 11-yard line. Comes middle of the field, looks left, cut back at the 30, 35 outside the numbers to the 40 and run out of bounds. A return by number 10, Isaac Montgomery, the sophomore wide receiver. A big return there gives the Leander Lions great field position up to their own 45-yard line with 52 seconds remaining in the quarter.
We'll see what that touchdown drive does for this defense. We see if they get a little spark from it and able to start containing this quarterback for Leander. Stress.
So the Lions come out. Mitchell still at the helm. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Running back offset to his right, or to his left here on the near side hash mark. He'll hand it to Marion Gordon, right side, breaks it up the middle. He's off to the races. 30, 25, 20 near sideline, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 10, just inside the 10-yard line. Alex Wilson chases him down. Luke Colley had the angle on him, and they'll call him out of bounds at the 12. A big run there, and it's a 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 12. Near side hash mark, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Handed off, Gordon. Nope, Mitchell keeps it, cuts back at the 10. He'll be tackled from behind down to the 5 or 6 yard line. He takes a receiver down from behind. Thank goodness Dominic Jaramillo is okay. He got leg whipped there by his own quarterback. And now it's 2nd and about 5 from the 6 yard line for the Lions.
They're in no hurry. 20 seconds left. Are they going to go to the 4th?
Looks like it, since they didn't start the down clock. They let it sit at 40 the entire time to let the clock run out. So we'll take this one to the 4th quarter. 28-21, Georgetown leads it by 7. Leander threatening 2nd and 5 from the 6 yard line. Timeout, Eagle football continues in a moment.
We bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear, great drinks, and friendship. Enjoy our light menu, a beverage, and shop our great selection of men's and women's clothing and gear. Also, check out our website for MCO Grocery Company and have fresh groceries delivered directly to your doorstep. Visit the Mesquite Creek site at www.mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop in and say hello. MCO is a proud sponsor of this year's
Back live here at AC Bible Stadium. The Lions come back for the first play of the 4th quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 6 yard line. 2nd and 4. They can get a first down inside the 2. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Gordon to the left of Mitchell, backfield. Snap, hand it, Gordon. He's hit and dropped immediately, no gain. That'll make it 3rd and 4 and out from the 6 yard line.
Boy, you know, 4 down territory here. Gotta be.
So the Lions, clock keeps running. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the ball game.
I don't know whether to stand up or sit down or crawl under this bench or what.
1 receiver left, now 3 receivers right. They break the huddle. Far side hash mark. Mitchell has Gordon to his right. 11:25 on the clock, and now an empty left side. Now Woolridge in motion. Out to the left side, and that's incomplete. Now they're going to throw a flag. That'll bail out the Lions.
Well, Woolridge stopped his route, kind of like a hitch or something, and the ball was well overthrown.
See what they call here. Looks like a defense.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift on the offense. So that'll be a loss of 5. You're almost Georgetown. You declined the penalty. Yeah, Coach Griffin's out there wanting to decline the penalty.
Decline it.
He wants 4th down and 4 from the 6-yard line. He wants them to have to go for it on 4th down. Don't give him another 3rd down opportunity from the 11.
They're not going to go for it. They're going to kick it.
Oh, Leander.
Why is the play clock not running?
Exactly right.
The ball has been set.
Rodriguez lines up to attempt the field goal. The ball will be spotted at the 13. A 23-yard field goal attempt from the far side hash mark. Snap is back. Steriker gets the hold down. The kick is up, and the field goal is good. 11-14 remaining here in the ball game. 28-24. Georgetown leads it by 4. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in just a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back live here at AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. 28-24, Georgetown leads it by 4 after the 23-yard field goal by Rene Rodriguez. And now the Lions will tee it up from the far side hash mark and kick it away. Kelly, your prediction there before we came back?
I said they're going to onside kick it. I've been wrong before, many times, but I would give it a shot.
So the Lions will spread out. Rodriguez will drop back to the 30 and walk it off as he gets ready to tee it up and kick it away. 11-14 remaining here in the ball game. Rodriguez approaches, and he will kick a low-line driver. Luke Holly waves at it. Let's go by through the back of the end zone. 1st and 10, Georgetown at their own 25-yard line. They'll have the ball in a 4-point lead.
I was wrong on the prediction, but oh well.
I agree with you, Kelly. I think it was definitely plausible.
So you're saying it could have been a punt, a field goal, or a fake,
or a Walker Wildcat? I don't know. No, it's homecoming night. They're going to try everything they can to.
Oh, absolutely, and they got the crowd. It is full over here on the near side. A great crowd tonight for Leander.
For sure.
And now an opportunity for this Georgetown offense to take some time off the clock and try to separate themselves a little bit. 2 receivers left, 1 right, middle of the field. Shotgun snap back, handed off Westfall. Wide receiver sweep around the right side, up past the 30 to 35, and runs out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. That'll be a borrow for Morrow 1st down for the Georgetown Eagles. 11:08 remaining. 1st and 10. Quad receivers right, 1 receiver left. McDougal looks, waiting, plenty of time, and he's going to throw it out of bounds.
Run.
Split second there, he had 81 wide open. Jake Mylock wide open there for a split second.
They'll bring up 2nd and 10. Go ahead, Holt.
They tried a similar aspect, like with the screen game. We were talking in a break that maybe they should try to run a fake where someone fakes blocks and goes downfield, but they ran a different screen. They ran the quad screen rather than that wide receiver tunnel, which the defense hasn't seen as often, so they weren't as ready to jump it.
So it was 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Now a man in motion left. Snap back. Jet Walker gets the handoff right side, follows the blockers up past the 40, 45, past midfield into Leander territory. Another borrow for a borrow 1st down on a big run by Jet Walker.
Boy, they needed that, if for no other reason.
Matt Schwepper, number 74. Slow to get up. It's tough. I'm trying to tackle Jet Walker. I mean, it's 2 or 3 guys hanging on him.
Oh, the man down for the Lions. He'll go down to a knee on the far side, and we'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football will continue here in just a moment.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Brightside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Back live here at AC Bible Stadium. The injured Lion walking off with a little bit of assistance here on the near side, and now Georgetown back to action. They go 1st and 10 at the 46 of Leander. 10 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the ball game. Snap back, high snap, brings it down, hands it off. That's Luke Livingston right up the middle. He runs, gets a push, and now a late.
That was a 1 in a million. My pen bounced off the window.
And hit the power strip button, so hopefully we're back live. Nope, we're frozen. So we'll try to bring the cameras back here in a minute.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
And now a timeout on the field. So we'll take it with them. 10:42 left here in the ball game. A holding penalty called on Georgetown to back them up. We'll be right back after this timeout. Not a timeout. They get the penalty settled down. It's Georgetown backed up first and about 14 now. Snap back to McDougal, who handed it off to Walker right side. Makes a man miss at the 50. Breaks out of the tackle and gets forward to about the 47-yard line. He'll pick up about 3 on that one, and it'll bring up 2nd down and about 11 now for the Georgetown offense. So a big sack there from behind by the Lions. McDougal helped back up, but a big loss there for Georgetown. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. Now we're back up and going. 9:25. The clock continues to run. Left here in the ball game. Georgetown a long 3rd and about 19 yards. And now a last-second timeout whistled by Georgetown. That'll be their 2nd of the half, and we'll have to take it with them. 9:11 remaining here in the ball game. Georgetown leads by 4. When we come back, it'll be a long 3rd and 18 for the Eagles. Georgetown football
Kickoffs
continues
this
here in a
season
moment.
Are sponsored by Syntex Shirt and Embroidery. At Syntex Shirt and Embroidery, we offer a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for gifts, schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Stop in today to browse what we have to offer and to ask about our custom apparel options. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Ask about our military discounts as well. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel, or check out our website at www.syntexshirt.com.
The official outfitter of your Georgetown Eagles broadcast team with First Responder Broadcasting.
Back out of the timeout. Georgetown along. 3rd and about 18. Empty backfield. McDougal drops back, has a pocket, throws across the middle, dropped by Xavier Warren. He had it in and out of his hands. Just about a yard short of the first down, and probably had the opportunity to advance it for a first down. And that drop will cost Georgetown, and it'll bring out the punt team.
That was you take your eyes off the ball. And we talked about it before. These offenses are kind of complex now, but it's still a simple game. You got to catch the football. He took his eyes off of it and tried to run.
So now Georgetown back to punt. Westfall receives the snap. He'll get a low punt away. It bounces inside the 20, inside the 15, and out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So a great job there by Westfall. It'll pin the Lions back, first and 10 at their own 13-yard line with 8:57 remaining in the ball game. And this is where it's crunch time for this defense, Kelly.
Yeah, it is, and they have to bow their necks and just stop this drive, because for Leander to drive the way they have early in the game, eat up the clock, drive down, try to take the lead in this ball game, the defense has to make a stand right here.
So the Lions will come out with 8:57 remaining here in the ball game, trailing by 4, 28-24. First and 10 from their own 13, far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Running back offset to the right of the quarterback, Mitchell. Hands it to Gordon. Straight ahead he goes for about 2 yards up to the 15. That'll bring up 2nd and 8, and the clock continues to run. Inside 8:45 remaining in the ball game.
Have we blitzed much tonight?
I don't think so, because I think we've had to pay attention to the speed on the outside by Wooldridge and Hargrave.
I think right now, if you're going to blitz, this is the time, because you got to force the ball at least out of his hand quick if you can't put him on the ground.
2nd and 8. Snap back. Mitchell drops back to pass. Looking long on the near side. Hangs one up. 2 receivers in the area. And going up to get it is the backup quarterback, number 6, Mason Montgomery. 2 receivers within a yard of each other. Montgomery pulls it down at midfield. 1st and 10. 8:19 remaining as they set the ball. The clock continues to run. Snap back to Mitchell. Handed off. Gordon right side finds a hole. Outside the number. Shakes the man. Outside 30. 25. Run out of bounds. And another first down for the Lions.
Boy, they are just doing what they want to do on offense, and the Georgetown defense is having a really tough time stopping these guys at a critical time in this game.
Gordon runs out of bounds, stops the clock at 8:10. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Handed off. Gordon right side, right up the middle, and he'll plow forward inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And there's some late flags coming in here, and this is going to be a big unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Georgetown.
Losing their cool. Who was it? I didn't see.
I believe it's, let me look on the far side. He's walking off. I believe it's Andrew Urban. He's going to get flagged for that one.
And if it is on Georgetown, this place is going to erupt.
It's not unsportsmanlike. It looked like he just signaled a face mask. And a big face mask, because that'll take it half. Instead of a 15-yard penalty, it'll be half the distance to the goal. And it'll take Leander inside. 1st and goal to go at the 9-yard line. 8:02 remaining in the ball game. Leander trails by 4, 28-24.
Well, if they're going to score, you want them to do it relatively quickly, so you've got a lot of time left on the clock.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Mitchell, the snap back. Hands it to Gordon straight ahead, and he'll plow forward to about the 6-yard line. That'll be a gain. Up to the 6, bring up 2nd and goal now for the Lions. This is, you would assume, Kelly, definitely 4-down territory here, trailing by 4. Inside 8 minutes left in the ball game.
Yeah, I would think so, but I thought they would go 4 downs a little bit earlier in the game. They wound up kicking a field goal, but I think at this point in the game, you're exactly right, Wally.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Mitchell has Gordon to his right. Snap back to Mitchell. And now
it's a false start.
Penalty flag comes in pre-snap here. And the referee will turn. It'll be a false start. It'll back the Lions up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 11 now.
Wow. That's all I got. Just wow.
What a ball game here from Leander. 2nd down and a goal from the 11 after another pre-snap penalty between these two teams. A lot of them tonight.
Bunch of them.
Leander trailing by 4. 7 minutes left in the ballgame as the clock continues to run. Mitchell avoids the sack, scrambles near side, breaks the tackle to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. A missed tackle here on the near side by Chance Kelly, and the Lions score. They take the lead 30-28. Rene Rodriguez will come out to attempt the extra point here to make it a 3-point lead for the Lions. 6:51 remaining here in the ball game.
At least 4 different defenders had hands on him at some point. I thought they had him in the backfield stop, but he was able to slip out of that and it bounced out to the right side, and just poor tackling out there, and he scores.
Steriker will put the ball down on the 10-yard line, middle of the field. Snap back, the hold is down, the kick is away, and the extra point is good. 6:51 remaining in the ballgame. Leander takes the lead 31-28 over your Georgetown Eagles. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back live here at AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. Leander takes the lead back, 31-28. With 6:51 left, holding some interesting numbers there for the quarterback, Mitchell.
Yeah, Logan Mitchell's 14 carries, 88 yards, and the 3 touchdowns on the ground. He's been so slippery. It's like he's covered in oil out there. These defenders just bouncing off him.
Several opportunities to take him down there as he scrambled, almost got sacked immediately. And then avoids that, comes out to the near side and breaks 3 different tackles to get into the end zone. And Leander leads it 31-28 over your Eagles. Georgetown will send Xavier Warren deep on the near side. He stands about the 10. He does not expect to get the ball. Luke Hawley stands about the 3 on the far side hash mark. Rene Rodriguez will tee it up on the far side. He'll boot it away, low line driver. It'll bounce at about the 1 and into the end zone for the touchback. And that's where Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And boys, this offense has got to get things going here, trailing by 3.
I talked about it a little bit earlier before the game started. This was a traditional rivalry game, and some people call it a trap game, but it's been a good ball game, and Leander has really, really played a good game tonight and lead deep in the 4th quarter.
This is where you say Leander made the most out of their bye week with some great preparation here. Things that we didn't think we would see out of the Leander Lions. 1 receiver left, 1 right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Snap back. McDougal looks out, throws it in the flat. It's picked off. And that's going to be a pick 6 for the Lions. And they're going to extend their lead. Picked off by Phelan. Now Leander leads it 37-28 with 6:37 left here in the fourth quarter.
And that's the sophomore quarterback. He saw the one-on-one outside and liked the matchup, but the problem was the defense is obviously aware it's a one-on-one. They sank the linebacker in. He was reading the QB the whole way, and you don't get an easier pick six than that.
Well, we saw it 2 weeks ago whenever the quarterback from Copper's Cove was just constantly looking at his receivers, and that's exactly what happened right there like you were talking about, Holden.
Rene Rodriguez will attempt the extra point. Try to make it a 10-point lead for the Lions. The snap is back, the kick is away, and the extra point is good. 6:37 remaining here in the ballgame. Georgetown trails by 10, 38-28. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Georgetown, there's a new dining and entertainment spot in town, Camp Brightside. Come and enjoy unbelievable food and drink menu in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Brightside is not just great food and drink, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Brightside is located at 8701 Rural Route 2338, also known as Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Brightside is the site of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food, fun like none other in Georgetown, visit Camp Brightside and stay a while.
Back out of the timeout. The Lions will kick it away with 6:37 remaining in the ballgame with a 10-point lead after that pick six by the defensive back, numbers 2, Malachi Phelan. He got burnt for a touchdown a couple of drives ago by Xavier Warren and responds with a pick six of his own to pad the lead for the Lions.
Terrible.
The Eagles will line up. Xavier Warren and Luke Holly are going to switch spots. We'll see if they paid attention to it as they tee it up on the far side. Rodriguez has never looked back to see it. We'll see if he sees it to kick it away from Warren again. Rodriguez approaches. Nope, he's going to kick it to Warren's side, but Xavier's going to field it 4 yards deep, and he's going to bring it out 5, 10, 15, up to the middle, 20, breaks a tackle, spins out of a tackle at the 20, tries to come near side, does, 25, it gets out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So a good return there for Xavier, ends up being about a 30-yard return. But boy, it makes you nervous coming out of the end zone 3 or 4 yards deep, trailing by 10 after what's happened earlier in the ball game. So Georgetown will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27 with 6:28 remaining. 38-28, Leander leads it.
Oh, man. I'm not all right.
Leander comes out of Georgetown comes out of the huddle. They'll bring 3 receivers left. Walker offset to the left of McDougal in the shotgun, near side hash mark. On 1st and 10 from the 27. Snap back to McDougal. Hand it to Walker, right side, cuts back, runs over a man. Runs over another man, up past the 40, up to the 41-yard line. A big run there by Jet Walker and a borrow for Morrow, first down.
Good run by Jet. That's we were talking about it on the break. You don't have to panic right now. You have time to run your offense, and that was a good play call there because Leander's expecting Georgetown to come out throwing. Now that may open up something on the edges or maybe even across the middle of the field.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Walker to the right of McDougal, near side hash mark. Now to Rosian, in motion to the right, snap back to McDougal. Handed off Walker, left side, comes outside the numbers, makes a man miss at the 45. Knocked out of bounds near midfield. Another good run by Jet Walker. He'll stop the clock right about the 49-yard line of Georgetown. So a nice pickup of 8 there. It'll bring up 2nd and 2 now for the Eagles at their own 49-yard line.
Keep running it. Keep matriculating the ball down the field.
You just want to see Jet Walker put this game on his shoulder pads to take the pressure off your sophomore quarterback.
5:54 remaining. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Walker to the left of McDougal. McDougal will move Walker to his right now. Mylock, the tight end, off the left end. McDougal slings it out in the flat. Xavier Warren lays out, cannot make the catch. He dove for it, but unable to bring it in. It's incomplete, brings up 3rd and 2.
I don't know.
Max Gates will come in now. Gavin Sedgwick will go over to the far side. Xavier Warren over there with him. We'll see if he stays put. Eagles have it 3rd and 2 from their own 49-yard line. 5:49 remaining in the ball game. 2 receivers right, none left. Snap back to McDougal. Nope, direct snap. Walker to the right side up to about the 46-yard line. That's enough for another borrow for Morrow first down.
Boy, that is a big first down right there. And I like the running game right now. I know you got over 5 minutes left in this game. You've got to put this ball in the end zone. I like the running game because Leander has to be careful and watch out for something down the field so they can't stack the box right now.
2 receivers right, none left. Walker to the left of McDougal, middle of the field. Snap back, fake the handoff. McDougal looking long. He's going to have to roll out, scramble for his life on the right side, and hit right before he's run out of bounds by the defender. He almost held on it too late, got sacked for a big loss. But able to get it off last second out of bounds on the incompletion, brings up 2nd and 10.
A couple of those receivers have to come back and help out your quarterback. Scramble drill.
He had Braylon Westfall for a moment there. He broke free in the middle of the scramble drill, but I feel like at that point, McDougal was too worried about the guy behind him about to wrap him up and just toss it out of bounds.
So on 2nd and 10 from the 46 of Leander. 5:16 remaining in the ball game. 2 men in the backfield. On either side of McDougal, 2 receivers right, none left.
Oh, no. A delay of game?
Yep.
Delay of game on the Georgetown Eagles. That is a costly penalty from 2nd and 10. Now to 2nd and 15. And that's the thing, Kelly. Just things have not seemed to be smooth for this team tonight.
No, and you gotta remember McDougal is a sophomore quarterback that hasn't faced this kind of pressure under the Friday Night Lights, and he's struggling in the second half.
And noise. The noise is unbelievable down here on the field.
So with 5:14 remaining, 2nd and 15 now from the Georgetown 49. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Walker directly behind McDougal. And there's a false start.
Walker.
Jet Walker started his lean. That's going to be 5 yards and back him up. 2nd and 20. When it rains, it pours on this offense tonight. A lot of pre-snap penalties, and this is a big one. 2 in a row backs them up to their own 44-yard line. 2nd and 20.
They're rattled. They are absolutely rattled.
But at what point do you not go to your second hard count? You just get the ball snapped and go. Don't do anything tricky to get anyone off balance when everyone's already at that unstableness. They're having a hard time getting settled and getting on track. And now a 2nd and 20 from the 44 of Georgetown. Walker will empty out of the backfield. McDougal looks right, left, dumps it to Sedgwick. He's hit immediately. He'll be dropped. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, no gain, and that brings up 3rd and 20.
Yeah, again, it was another tunnel screen, but they didn't actually block the receiver who was pressed up on Sedgwick. So he was just following the whole way. As soon as the catch was made, he was right there to wrap him up. The slot receiver's got to take the most dangerous man, and the most dangerous man in that instance was that press corner.
And a good tackle there for the Lions. Number 24 on the tackle, Nicholas Winton, the junior defensive back. And now a 3rd and 20 for the Eagles from the 44. McDougal empty at backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Now Terosian goes right. And there's a offside penalty, a free play here for Georgetown. McDougal throws it long down the right sideline. Has a man. The catch is made inside the 25 on the free play. A nice job by McDougal. Jet Walker gets up slowly. He's going to walk off gingerly to the far side. Luke Livingston back on the field. It's an offside penalty on the Lions. It's declined, and a big play there. The Eagles have a borrow for Morrow first down at their 23 of Leander.
A defender, whenever Jet came out to block him, grabbed Jet and threw him.
Now Georgetown has it. 3 receivers left, 1 right from the 23 of Leander. Luke Livingston in the backfield behind McDougal. Livingston gets the handoff right side inside the 20, 15, And there comes in a late flag there.
He
Extra
threw a
activity
punch.
on the far side, absolutely, right in front of the judge,
threw
the
a
side
punch.
judge.
Oh, gosh, we just got a offensive lineman was upset with the referee for not throwing a flag, and he was talking trash to the referee, and we just got another flag. Oh, goodness.
So we'll straighten it out. The first penalty flag came from the referee behind the play as he was trailing it moving forward. So he throws a long flag there, but then the second from the side judge on the Georgetown side of the field.
And if they determine that to be after the play, the penalties will stack.
And
So
now-
that could
and
be a
now-
10 and then a 15.
And now we have to be very careful because some of the student section came up with a loud horn and said, get off the field, you're blowing the game.
Oh, Lord mercy.
So we don't need that.
So here comes the referee. We'll see what he calls here as he moves out and moves back. First call is a holding on Georgetown. Go back Georgetown up. They'll decline that one.
No, it was offsetting.
Offset.
Oh, they did throw it on on Leander.
But that Leander penalty should have been after the play. That doesn't offset.
Should be back 10, forward 15, and we go 5 yards forward and start it over first down.
Should be 1st and 5.
Instead, it's 1st and 10 from the 23 for Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Livingston to the left of McDougal. Far side hash mark. Snap back. McDougal looks. Being pressured. He's going to throw right at the last second. Man in the end zone gets run over. You have to throw the flag. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
The receiver stops to try to make a catch, and he got run over.
No, he pulled his jersey. He stopped him from running.
Oh, my goodness.
Right in front. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles at the 23-yard line.
The big thing with the calls down the field on these pass plays is just to be consistent. That's the big thing, because typically early in the game they decide how they want to judge it. You have to stay consistent.
1 receiver left, 1 right. McDougal from the far side hash mark on 2nd and 10. Livingston gets a handoff wide right around the outside corner, knocked out of bounds right at the stick. 3rd and 10. 4:01 remaining here in the ball game. Georgetown trails by 10. There's got to be some urgency to get this into the end zone without too much time coming off the clock. You only have 2 timeouts left.
Well, and you can we can complain about the referees, but if you play good enough football, it doesn't matter. And
But on those are hard to overcome.
Yeah.
When you got receivers being pulled and jerseys being tugged and being run over, at some point that affects the playability for those receivers to make plays on the ball. 3rd and 10 from the 23. Snap back, McDougal fakes the handoff. Here comes Warren on an end around. He's got some blockers, Scherer. But Warren cuts back, 15, take it down at the 14-yard line. He'll be a yard short, and the clock continues to run, 4th and 1. 3:45 remaining. The clock runs here, 4th and 1 from Georgetown inside the Graham & Sons Cattle Company red zone at the 14-yard line. They've got to get to the 13 for a first down. Georgetown taking their time. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. McDougal, 2 receivers right, none left. Walker to his left in the backfield. Snap back, right to Walker, right side, has a hole, up past the 10, 5, cuts back, touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker takes it in from 14 yards out, and Georgetown cuts it back to a 1-score game, 38-34, pending the extra point. So Georgetown will bring in the extra point attempt, the G-Town Lumber and Supply extra point attempt. Mashburn will line it up. McDougal will hold. He'll put it down right on the 10 in the middle of the field. Mashburn ready to go. Alex Wilson to snap. Snap is back. The hold is down. The extra point is up. And the extra point is good. 3:14 remaining in the ball game. 38-35. Georgetown trails by 3. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in just a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight never dies.
Back here live, AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium here on the campus of Leander High School. We go back to action. 3:14 remaining in the ball game. 38-35, Georgetown trails by 3. Leander set to receive the kickoff here. Georgetown has 2 timeouts remaining here in the half. Leander has 2 timeouts remaining as well. Georgetown has to have a stop and get the ball back. Mesquite Creek Outfitters brings you fourth quarter action. Clothing, tasty drinks, food, and great atmosphere on the square in Georgetown. Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Mashburn tees it up to kick it away for the Georgetown Eagles. And Westfall will kick it off. It's an onside kick, and it's not going to get 10 yards. It'll be picked up by Jaheim Dowd. But Westfall does not get the ball 10 yards. Here comes the penalty flag. Well, they don't drop the penalty flag. But Leander will take over 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 47. So Leander will have the ball, 1st and 10. Georgetown has got to come up with a stop here. You can bend, don't break here. You can allow a field goal to fall behind by 6, but it's about the time now with 3:14 remaining and only 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, it is definitely an uphill climb for Georgetown right now. And again, I'll say I've been very impressed with Leander and their fight tonight. And they have brought it to Georgetown, and it's going to take some kind of craziness for Georgetown to pull this game out.
Gordon offset to the left of Mitchell. Near side hash mark. Handed off. Gordon right side. Hit and taken down immediately. A gain of 1 up to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Lions. 3:05 on the clock. It continues to run here. The Lions will take their time in the huddle here. Georgetown will save the timeout here on 1st down. Ready for 2nd down. A good stop on 2nd down, and you would expect they'll burn a timeout. 1 of the 2 remaining. The Lions still in the huddle. Mitchell will call the play, and they'll break the huddle with 10 seconds remaining. Mitchell in the shotgun, near side hash mark. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Gordon to his right. Snap back, handed to Gordon. Left side, he kicks it outside. Runs forward, and then he's stacked up and dropped at the 42-yard line.
Georgetown coaches are going to have to start thinking about taking some time, using one of the timeouts.
And here it finally comes in with 2:18 remaining.
Luke Hawley down.
This is going to force somebody to take a timeout. This is Luke Hawley down on the floor. On the turf for Georgetown. So let's take a quick timeout with 2:18 remaining. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
Kickoffs this season are sponsored by Syntex Shirt and Embroidery. At Syntex Shirt and Embroidery, we offer a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for gifts, schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Stop in today to browse what we have to offer and to ask about our custom apparel options. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Ask about our military discounts as well. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel, or check out our website at www.syntexshirt.com.
The official outfitter of your Georgetown Eagles broadcast team with First Responder Broadcasting.
We're back here live at AC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium. 2:18. They did not stop the clock on a timeout. They got the injury off the field. They started it back up. So Leander's going to get an extra amount of time. As they walk out of the huddle. Line up. Mitchell in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. On 3rd and about 5 from the 42. They got to get to the 37 for the 1st down. Mitchell takes his time with 12 seconds remaining on the down clock. 1:48 and counting on the play clock.
I think they're going to run it down to nothing, call timeout.
Coach Price takes the timeout with 1:37 remaining in the ball game. We'll take another quick timeout. We come back. 3rd and 5 for the Lions. They lead it by 3, 38-35. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats in the third quarter are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company. Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat that the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown football. Eagle fight, never die.
Here at Bible Stadium. We come out of the timeout. 3rd and 5 for the Lions from the 42 of Georgetown. Got to get to the 37 for a first down. 38-35, Leander leads it.
First down and it's over.
Mitchell from the far side hash mark. Snap back. Quarterback keeper outside, and he's going to get the first down. Goes down inbounds. They wind the clock. They should be stopping it for a first down. They got to move the chains. But that first down should end it. Georgetown only has 2 timeouts remaining. 1:30 left here in the ball game. Leander is going to come from behind, down 13 in the third quarter to win this ball game by 3 over your Georgetown Eagles. 38-35. Leander will improve to 2-2 on the year, but more importantly, they'll be 1-0 in district play. Georgetown will fall to 3-1 on the year and 0-1 in district play. And next week, the Eagles will be back home at Birkelback Field to take on the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats. The Leander crowd making some noise here tonight on homecoming. 59 seconds remaining, and they lead by 3. And it'll be 1st and 10. We'll keep it here. Kelly, a big road loss for Georgetown. A tough one on the road. Leander was ready. Georgetown took some punches, but just could not seem to get back in that rhythm. It'll be interesting to talk to Coach Griffin this week, and to see what's going on and where we go from here. Where this offense, where a big learning curve here in a tough game.
Huge learning curve, and the sophomore quarterback that's played very well the first 3 games of the season struggled a little bit tonight, but the offensive line had a hard time giving him time to throw the football. There were probably a couple of times where he maybe should have tucked it and ran, but big learning experience, and early in the season, tough loss, but you got to bounce back and bounce back quick.
So coming out of the timeout called by Leander, they'll go into victory formation, 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 34-yard line. 59 seconds remaining here. Mitchell has 2 men to his right and left, and a deep man. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back, take a knee. The clock continues to run here. Next week, Leander will be on the road to take on the Glen Grizzlies. Georgetown will be at home at Birkelback to take on the Bobcats from Killeen Chaparral. Clock continues to run here, inside 40 seconds. The only question I have, I hear the chant coming from the student body from Leander. How do you chant overrated to a team that's not ranked? It's kind of difficult. They're not ranked in any polls, but it's kind of funny. But a big win. Give credit to where credit's due. Leander came in here to their home stadium on homecoming and have earned this victory. They played well. Georgetown did not, and Leander comes away victorious. 38-35, Leander wins it over the Georgetown Eagles. They move to 2-2 on the year, 1-0 in district play. Georgetown falls to 0-1 in district, 3-1 on the season. Let's take a quick timeout. We come back with some final numbers and a wrap-up. Georgetown Eagle football live here on the SHN Networks resumes in just a moment.
The second quarter is brought to you by Aesthetic Dentistry of Georgetown. The mission and purpose of our team is to help provide quality of life with healthy and beautiful smiles. Determine if a highly trained cosmetic dentist is the best option for your smile. We are located at 3622 Williams Drive, Building 2 in Georgetown, Texas. Visit our webpage at www.aestheticdentistrygt.com or call 512-819-9100.
Here at Bible Stadium, Georgetown falls 38-35 to the Leander Lions. Leander comes in on homecoming night here at Leander High School and puts it to your Georgetown Eagles. And you start the third quarter. Georgetown has the opening kickoff of the second half, takes it down and goes up by 13. And it was 20-7 at that point. From that point forward, 31-15. Georgetown is outscored in the quarter and a half to follow, and it's just something that you a lot of questions to ask. You really can't wait for Monday to go to that Booster Club meeting and hear Coach Griffin talk about it and show some of this stuff and talk about what happened and some of the things that this team now will have to turn and work on.
Yeah.
Adversity, you faced it for the first time all season, and you learned some things tonight.
Yeah, and You've got to keep in mind it's the first district game. Tough loss, and you just got to bounce back. And with this district, you got to bounce back fast. The Leander kids are celebrating, rightfully so. It's a big win for them, big loss for Georgetown, but you can't let this game beat you twice.
Holding some final numbers.
And you absolutely have to start and end with Logan Mitchell. He was absolute dynamite today, and we heard Coach Griffin talk about how they were excellent at the quarterback position. Throwing the ball 12 of 22, 213 yards, but where he made his money was running. 15 carries, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the game-winning scramble. The QB keeper pulls it out, scrambles to the edge, gets the first down, wins the game. He deserves all the praise in the world. He played a phenomenal game at homecoming against a team that was favored coming into this game. Played probably the game of his career.
What kind of final numbers do we have on Georgetown? With you gave credit to Jet Walker. He had a good game running tonight. But this team saw 4 quarters. We talked about it at the coaches' show on Wednesday night. Kelly and Dave, we talked about that with Coach Griffin. These players not playing a full game yet with the teams that we've played so far. And how did that come back to haunt them? Those are questions that will be fun to kind of follow up on and see where this team, how they refocus and how they regroup, ready to go.
Yeah, and it's going to be a gut punch, but you got to shake this off and get ready for next week. But still a lot to work on, some mistakes. Game could go differently, but it did not. And Leander played a great football game tonight and deserved this win.
Holden, any final numbers on Georgetown?
Yeah, Jet Walker, you mentioned him, 25 carries, 172 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Easily our best player tonight. McDougal, 15 of 29, 213, 2 touchdowns, obviously the interception. But a young quarterback, really, like you said, facing adversity for the first time. The big road test, homecoming night. The crowd's probably the loudest crowd he might face all season. And so he played pretty admirably. Obviously things to learn from. He's a young QB. He'll get there. And then obviously receiving the ball, Xavier Warren, X-Man, 5 catches, 98 yards, and the touchdown. And David Sedgwick, 5 for 61, and another score.
Georgetown, a rough night overall for the school. Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball team on the road to take on the Weiss Wolves for first place of the district standings in volleyball. And Georgetown falls to Weiss 3-1 in their first matchup of the district run. Then Georgetown comes on the road here at Leander and falls 38-35. Kelly, any other scores for the district?
Yeah, a couple scores from elsewhere. Cedar Park defeated the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats 44-12 tonight. And then, let me see, Glen Grizzlies lost to Eastview 46-42. Lake Belton is defeated by Rouse 28-20. Let me see what else. What do we got?
So congratulations to Eastview Patriots winning on a big game there against Glen on homecoming for Eastview back at Merkle Backfield tonight. So congrats to the Georgetown Eastview Patriots.
And that's all the ones that I have listed right now.
Your Georgetown Eagles fall 38-35 to the Leander Lions. The next time you'll hear us in action, Wednesday night from Camp Brightside. We'll have Coach Chuck Griffin and a couple of players. Kelly will not be there.
I will be listening in from Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
And so come join us 6 p.m. at Camp Brightside. Monday night will be the Booster Club meeting at the Field House. Go out and join in that. You'll hear some interesting information from Coach Griffin and the coaches on all the programs throughout the week and the State of the Union address, really, that he likes to give. It's a good opportunity to hear about things. And this one being a tough week and what this team will be working on and looking forward to as they will play. Next Friday night, we'll be back home at Merkle Backfield to take on the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats. Dave, any final thoughts from you down on the field?
No, just a hard-fought dog fight, Williamson County crosstown rival. And it was a good game. But I think this might bode well for Georgetown moving forward, as they're going to learn a lot about their character and maybe help them out later on down the road in some tough matches that might come up in, hopefully later in the district play or in playoffs.
Holden, your final thoughts?
Yeah, really echoing Dave's sentiment. I'm glad this loss happened earlier in the season. It gives them more time to really figure out, okay, how do we take this loss and how do we learn from it? What do we take away? What do we want to be? I felt like really offensively in this game, there was a kind of a struggle of identity between, do we want to be a ground and pound, Jet Walker-centric team? Do we want to take the deep shots down the field early and often? And I think having this loss early on is going to be a blessing in disguise for this coaching staff, really to harp on this team, get them focused on for the rest of the games.
Kelly?
Yeah, I think you've got to, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, not let this game beat you twice. You hate to come in here and get beat by this Leander team, but you got to shake this off, move on, get ready for next Friday.
Next Friday, it'll be live from the friendly confines, hopefully, of Merkle Backfield. We'll welcome in the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats into Merkle Backfield at 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:15 pregame, live here on the SHN Sports Network, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting. Kelly will be back for the game on Friday, just missing the coach's show on Wednesday night at Camp Brightside. Tuesday night, we'll have the call of the Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball team here live on the SHN Sports Network. Come join us as the Lady Eagles continue on in their district run, now in a battle as they drop to second place in the district after the tough loss tonight to the Weiss Wolves. Thank you so much for listening in tonight. A tough loss for the Georgetown Eagles here on the road at HC Bible Junior Memorial Stadium in Leander, Texas. For our producer, Jerry Ann Harmon, I'm going to try to not mess up any of these names. Kelly, give us a rundown of who all helped out tonight.
Jory Erickson on the camera.
Keep going.
Okay.
Doing good.
He's falling apart.
I'm so lost.
Jalissa Richter helped us on the camera here in the booth. And
I'm sorry.
You going to keep going? No, you're done. Jory's wife is up here.
Maddie
running the clock for us tonight. That was so awesome to have the clock on the road as well. And then, of course, we deal with Holden, Dave, and had some guests up here in the box to the box. Greg and I went blank all of a sudden. Greg and Betsy Box.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Some guests of us joining us up here in the booth. Thanks for joining us tonight. We proudly bring you Georgetown Eagle Sports live here on the SHN Sports Network. First Responder Broadcasting is everything Georgetown sports. Continue to join us live each and every week. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. 5 months ago today, Knox Didalowitz lost his life in a tragic ATV accident at the age of 12. His family continues to live on his legacy through the Live Knox Foundation. I beg you and urge you to go check out the Live Like Knox Foundation and learn about the amount of kindness one 12-year-old lived in his life that most of us would love to even experience in a lifetime. To the Dadelowitz family, we remember you tonight, especially on the 5-month anniversary, and we send our thoughts, our prayers, and heartache with you as you hurt for the loss of your son, the Noxie Bear. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Go out, live like Knox, and make a difference in somebody's life. Have a good night, everybody.